Let's go, grinders! Let's do this! Hit that like button, share it out. The Grindhouse is open tonight. Let's go, grinders! Oh man. By request, here he is.
That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And I quit it cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my brothers in Vegas, you would think that happens in there. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. Blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead, looking at the ball cap. Turn that pain in the game. Couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best, and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Stop! Enough!
Look at that. What's up? I gotta get a drink. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yes! 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 改めまして、マイクロソフトゲーミング CEO のフィル・スペンサーさんです。ぜひ大きな拍手をお願いします。
I am pleased to welcome the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Mr. Phil Spencer. A round of applause for him.
All right.
Stop! Enough!
Enough! Stop it! All right. I always say this. I don't know why I went. We didn't even start yet. Yo, what's up, grinders? How's everybody doing out there? What is up? It's Monday, the flaming grindhouse. The grindhouse is open. The flames are oozing out the windows and the doors. And now we finally can talk quality splits. The quality is Usa Machismo. Yes, quality splits. Herman has come off his yacht and has spoken to us small folk. And now he has addressed us, the gamers. Finally, Mr. Herman Holtz he parked his yacht. He unbuttoned a couple of buttons. Chest hairs are out. He got his chains out. He's like, okay, you know what? The holiday's over. Now I need to do my business. I toured the studios. I put my ladies on the yacht. And now I'm going to go and talk about the games. Get to my stretchy pants. Because I'm going to be doing splits all over this bitch. Man, Herman Holtz not messing around. There they are, the splits in the chat. The splits are in the chat. That's right. That's what he said. He said, go get his stretchy pants. Because he's going to be splitting all over this bitch this week. That's what he told us here at the Gaming Grindhouse. You know, my insiders, they tell me. I'm hearing that. He's going to be doing... yeah, I'm hearing that. Anyway. And he knows those stretchy pants for Stella Blade. Oh man, oh yeah, we need stretchy pants. We need those. It's the legend. What's up, grinders? Coming on in here. Let me fix the chat window. Coming on in. Oh my god. Like I had the clip of the Phil Spencer, but I never watched it all through, and he's crying. Yeah, tears. It is outlandish. Oh my goodness, I had to play that. But anyway, shout out to everybody coming on in here. Hit that like button as you coming on in. Tip your grindhouse maitre d as you come walking in there, but then hitting that like button. And Robert Lawrence, what's up? Yeah, boy. Impatient Tool Man from Brazil. Jeff B. Game and Don John Sean Bit Rate. Dimensional Legend Wild Wolf in the house. Leech, what's up? Magnum Gaming, yo. RPG 88. Zero Steel, Eric 83. What's up? How you doing? Compulsive Soul, BU. What's how you doing, everybody? Holland PS Gamer, what's up? How you doing, man? Tears of Joy, I'm sure, Jeffy. I'm sure Jeff. It's Tears of Joy. It was, dude. What's up, Neil? What's up, DB? How you doing, man? He wants more of that Grand Blue stream, man. Oh, we're gonna be talking about that. That's number one topic, man. The games are doing the talking. Oh man, boycott activity. What's up? How you doing? Shout out to all the grinders as they're coming on in here, getting the warmth of the fires. Frogs, what's up? How you doing, man? Frogs is on silent mode. All right, Frogs, good job. He's doing great. Excellent, Frogs. Yo, Grind Blue is for real. Man, let's get into that first. Oh, there's Frog. There he comes. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? What's up? How you doing?
Pretty good, but you got this synthesizer voice.
No, I don't. No, I have it on regular voice.
Nah, you're synthesizer in my head. In my ear here.
Guys, am I synthesizing? I don't think so. I don't know. It doesn't show him synthesizing. Let me see. Wait,
every time you talk, it's like... Yeah,
check my
today
voice.
We're going to do that. Yeah, it sounds like a synthesizer.
It might be. I know you're trying to join.
I understand you. Oh, wait, no, it went back.
Oh, no. Grind
I hear you now. I hear you now perfectly.
All right, now I'm good.
Now I can't. Now it's synthesizer again.
Oh, they said, Frogs, it's you. It might be that PlayStation Discord integration, which is still ass. Herman Holtz, you got to fix that. Because everybody says they hear me regularly. Let me get my... I want to make sure my volume's up there. There, that thing was down. Let me do my gain up with this thing. No, the monitor. This. There we go. I'm good. Okay, it's on Frogs and Frogs. It might be that Discord integration that's going on with the PlayStation, which is still garbage.
I'm on my phone. I'm not on PlayStation.
Oh, maybe the phone. I don't know, dude. True Virgil saying sounds good from down here. He said. True Virgil, we're reaching you down there. Herman's splitting in your mouth. You good? Okay. True Virgil says he can hear you down there. All right. So that means we're good. That means that if you could hear where, True Virgil's buried face down. So, he could hear everybody. So he says they're good. Thank you, True Virgil, for the clarification. As long as we're hitting you down there, we got you. We got you, True. Thank you very much. Everybody's still rocking the Phil Spencer, dude. You're going to get Phil Spencer. But first, we're going to talk about the, dude, let the games do the talking. I see a lot of hype in the chat for this. Let me get, actually, I meant to have that up here because I want to show it, man. All right, so, Frogs, once you fix that audio, we got to talk because 2 incredible games dropped, and one I had no clue about. One had no clue. What is going on here? YouTube messing around with me. YouTube? Hold on, YouTube. So let me tell you about the one that we all know is incredible. Tekken 8. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get too much time in Tekken 8 to play, but let me tell you this.
You sound like a synthesizer pretty bad, man. I can't understand anything you're saying.
Dude, I don't know, man. It might be Discord. You might have to get out and get back in again. Like, hang up and come back into Discord. It might be that. Because everybody says they hear me fine.
It's like you got some voice modulator on.
I don't. Voice box? Let me see. Oh, is it better now?
There it goes. Now I can hear you. Yeah, whatever you had on talking the whole time like that. I couldn't understand anything you were saying.
All right, so they could hear me fine. But okay, so there we go. Let me make sure that the I had my music. I had my that for some reason that was affecting there. Let me just see if this.
Yeah, it was on the whole time. I couldn't understand anything you were saying.
Sorry about that. Oh yeah, let me fix this the voice mod because they could. Let me see. Did they hear? All right. Did you guys hear the music on the way in? I don't know. Like, did you hear?
Yeah, I heard the music, but you were synthesized voice.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, dude. All right, well, let's we got to test the grinds board before we move ahead and make sure that everybody can hear this. So let's do one more test right here. Let me see.
Philness.
Can everybody hear that? Can you hear that, Frog?
Yeah, I can hear the Philness.
Where's the lamb sauce?
We can hear where's the lamb sauce. Okay, great. And we can hear Redfall. All right, everybody hear it. Okay, good. We're good. All right. So let me get the video up here. So Tekken 8, I didn't get too much time in it, but man, I just did a couple of moves, a couple of just fights, just trying to play the learning the mechanics of Tekken 8. Frogs, did you play a lot more Tekken 8? At all?
I did. I played the demo. I didn't get the game yet.
Okay.
I guess I'm burnt out on the fighting scene with the whole microtransactions. I did Street Fighter, did Mortal Kombat 1. I think Mortal Kombat 1 is just not. It's the weakest in the bunch from what I
did
played
you beat the
of
story
Tekken.
of Mortal Kombat 1?
I did. I liked it, but I think Mortal Kombat with the whole how they give you content, I just don't like buying their games until it's a year or two old because they nickel and dime. They $50 for 4 characters, and I hate Mortal Kombat because of that. I think it's and my personal opinion, Mortal Kombat's ABC fighter. As long as you know how to input up down this and that, you can be good at it. Like, it's not that it doesn't require skill. It's just I think that Tekken and Street Fighter are more skillful games than Mortal Kombat. Most people who play Mortal Kombat that I know cannot play Street Fighter or Tekken. They're not good at Street Fighter Tekken, but they're good at Mortal Kombat, which is weird because you would figure, you generally should be good at most games, but no. From what I played at Tekken, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it looked good. I did have a couple of friends get it. They said this has so much content that they absolutely deleted Mortal Kombat 1 off their system. They said there's just so much content. 32 characters for your roster, that's huge. And this is what I'm saying. It goes back to, like, when you see a fighting game, I think that Tekken seems from what I've been reading and what I've been seeing, they get it right with their characters, their boards, the content they give you. You don't have if you want to get the add-on stuff later, you don't feel so bad because you got so much content up front.
Yeah.
You don't feel so bad. When Mortal Kombat is bare bones. I swear, Mortal Kombat 1 is a bare bones fighter. It's a bare bones
you
fighter.
feel because you feel like what they did with the campaign. You know, they did take out that whole like that journey for like that treasure chest.
Right, because I had Street Fighter 6 and then I got Mortal Kombat 1. And I was like, Street Fighter is a way better game than Mortal Kombat 1. As far as the content, what you pay for, it was a better game. Like Mortal Kombat to me has been the same for the last 3 Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Frog, Tekken has a lot in it. Like I just saw from the menus in the thing, they from what I was playing, they got that arcade journey thing, which I played through a little bit of that. Where you just go around and you kind of level up your guy and you go through different arcades and you just challenge people and you kind of learn the basics of the game. Then they got a story element to the whole game. And then they got individualized stories for each of the characters, which is like 5 fights each. The combat, I have to say, so they got multi-level levels, interactive walls where you can knock people through walls. Man, that's like a favorite thing in fighting games. I wish more did it. I remember Dead or Alive used to do it. And now, with Tekken has done some of it, and now they have it in this as well, where you can knock people through walls into another part of the level. You could break down through the floor. Some are just arenas, which I like that interactivity, and it looks damn great. It looks incredible. And also, too, like the ground breaks up as you're fighting and stuff like that.
5?
I think it is. I don't know.
So it's running on Unreal.
I think it's running on Unreal,
5.
But it's
somewhere
incredible.
in 5 because Digital Foundry did a whole thing on it. And like I said, I didn't get it, but I had plenty of friends that got it, and I watched them play it. And the amount of content that I saw, like I said, I bought Street Fighter day 1. I waited until Mortal Kombat went down to like $39.99 and got it because I kind of felt like with Mortal Kombat that it wasn't a complete package, and they were gonna nickel and dime me $50 for 4 characters, $50, and it's gonna last for a year. And they do this every Mortal Kombat. They freaking $50 freaking get you, and then next thing you know, you're like, yo, I just spent $50
I got the
on
season
4
pass
characters.
for Tekken. I think Tifa, there might be a rumored character in it. Some of the Final Fantasy characters inside the Tekken. So I got the season 1 for the Tekken. But I tell you, the just for the few fights that I had, it was great. But again, the thing that took
It's
up my
absolutely
time.
a gorgeous game.
Okay, well, let's talk about a game that everybody must buy. Up. All right. This game, I had no clue. This has I don't know, I have a scale. It's 4 gears up on this thing. But let me tell you something. I did not know anything about this game. I saw people talking about it. I tried the demo yesterday and I was like, holy crap, I got to buy it. And it is called Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Holy crap. I did a stream last night. The night flew by. It was 3:00 in the morning and I was ready to keep going. And I was like, holy crap, I got to go to sleep. And I woke up this morning and I said I had a Grand Blue hangover because I was so freaking tired. I can't stay up that late anymore and play and do this. But that game, incredible. So before I get into more of my detail, I'm going to show some of the stuff. I saw that we had Ghost in the Shell coming on in. What's up, man? How you doing? Is Ghost here? Hey, Ghost. Share my screen here on this one while we're getting Ghost in here. People's mics. What's going on? But anyway, listen, I see some people play the demo. Go play the demo. The combat is incredible. Hold on. Where's my... There it is. There it is.
Is it an RPG or a fighter? Which one?
Let me
RPG,
explain
right?
to you. So this game is an action RPG. And I'll try to keep it early in the beginning here. It's an action RPG. The combat, it's a party system. And there's no, like, you don't freeze the game and have to strategize what each person's doing. It's basically almost like Tales of Arise, but it is very, I love the combat. The action is absolutely insane. The animation and design of the characters, it's incredible. Even when I'll show the part where I got to the town, because that's kind of where, well, I had this huge fight in the beginning here, it's incredible. There's huge boss fights. It's akin to a combination of the I would say like Monster Hunter-esque, but more of that kind of action RPG in the sense. It's not as like kind of like how Monster Hunter was very mission based. This one definitely has its thing, and I don't want to I want to show more of the other thing. I don't want to kind of spoil some of the stuff, but yeah, like it looks incredible, and the action is really, really good. This game is based off of the franchise. I believe is a mobile game, and they turned this their first AAA game here. And it's $60 nonetheless. It's a cross buy, so you get a PS4 version and a PS5 version.
Is it an RPG or a fighting game? I'm confused.
It's an RPG. Look at the thing. It's an action RPG, so it's like it's akin to like a like a Zelda, like it's kind of like that action, like just like a Zelda thing with a party system. Like it's that kind of action. There's no pausing. There's no but there's all leveling up systems. There is no there's all like gear and skill trees, and it's one of those things where if you hold down the trigger you get a whole bunch of magic kind of selections with square and triangle and things like that. You have different levels, then you link your special ability, so then you have like a call-in, almost like a super attack, and then if you do it, your other party members could link theirs as well, and then you have like an ultimate, almost like a Power Rangers type kind of like everybody just after they combo it, it does like this ultimate kind of destruction to the character. It is grand. This is like
it is called Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
Yeah, and it is like
not versus.
Grand.
Okay.
It's nowhere near. I'm saying like the combat, like the 1-to-1 action type fighting is that kind of thing. Like you're doing that. There's no. It's not like Final Fantasy VII remake where it has that kind of slicing and stuff like that kind of fighting, but then you also could pause and do your strategy. More akin to like Final Fantasy 16, that kind of like fighting and stuff like that. But I would say try the demo out, see if you like it. The combat for me was what sold it. It is an action fighting game. It's an action with all RPG in it, your story. And what I liked about it is that it didn't have a lot of downtime in the sense of like, let's get the characters in there. All right, well, here you go. You start with a party of 5 people. And then they separate. Now you're by yourself. Now you got to start getting people back and build your party. No, this game, you get up with your party and you're back. You get like 6 people that you could start leveling up. And what's awesome about it is that you could make whoever the leader is, and they're all on the screen at the same time. It's not like a party that gets absorbed into you. But basically, you could swap out any person as the leader, and that person you have full control over them. Like they have all different moves. Like one guy has a gun, so basically he could do a sniper shot, and the controls are completely different. The same type of attack, but now instead of slicing, you're shooting things, almost like how Barrett controls. And you could level up each person, and it has 4-person online co-op, so you could do all these battles with people. So each person could have a character that they've been leveling up and do it. It's almost akin. I was thinking about this earlier. It's almost like a hero type fighter because they level up with you. But
that's pretty cool.
But you could specialize in one person because one person, like one guy's fire, one girl's your mage, the other one does ice, the other one does this, and they're these huge epic boss fights, huge fights, and you want to hear screaming. I don't know if you saw that clip on Twitter, but my goodness, when I was fighting one of these element guys, I don't know what was happening, man. It was craziness. And I like yelled out, like, I didn't know what the hell was going on because there was so much action on the screen. I was just like, what is going on? And you could link attack. So I just did that there where like if you do a combo and somebody else does one, you could hit circle and then it links an attack and does a double attack. But there's so much going on. The other thing I like too is that when you hit the trigger, it just auto locks on the person and then you use the right stick. You don't have to hold the trigger down to stay locked on somebody. So it gives you the freedom to do dodge with the right trigger. You do block with the L1 and then R1 goes into your other menu where basically you could do all your specials, which you could level up and.
So
and
I did have
clear
this
out.
game on my wish list because I was just looking. I was like, this game. Yeah, so I had it on my wish list.
Try the
somebody
demo.
had recommended to me.
Try the demo.
I'm downloading the demo right now. But I'm
You
playing.
could play it while we're doing it. Tell me what you think about it, because I'm telling you,
that's what I'm gonna do. Try this.
I'm gonna
demo
show the
out.
town.
From
Let
what
me
I
show
saw,
this town.
From what I saw, it looked like something I'd play.
You like Tales of Arise, did you?
Yeah,
here's my special.
Tales of Arise is just is a freaking amazing game.
All right, well then I think you'll like this a lot.
Love Tales of Arise.
This is the SBA. So this is my special here. I'll show you. So this is my Tempest Blade. So this is when you build up your stamina meter. But then everybody now you could make them to be on auto, or you could control them. But now everybody does their special move, and if you all do it at the same time, then it does this final kind of quad or try attack at the end. So what's cool is if you're playing this with co-op, there's full burst. That means the whole team has done their special, and it just does this crazy attack, a chain burst. But what's cool about it is that if you are playing online, if everybody kind of saves it up and you use it all at the same time, when you use it, it has like a circle that shows up. And if somebody activates their full burst, their special at the same time, then you could kind of link them all together, and it does one of those. And pretty epic. The fights are huge bosses, little enemies, really good story so far. Like there's a lot going on, but it's no. And then here's the little town. The town had a lot of stuff going on too with it too. Full voice acting. Everybody talks. There's some choice. Everybody's chatting away. The music is really good as well. But I'm falling in love with this game, man. I had no clue. I was like Tekken 8 this week, and then I tried this demo, and voice acting is great, and the music was pretty damn good too. But I recommend go try the demo. Like, just try it out, see if you like it, and yeah, you're gonna hear my scream here. Where is it? Ghost, have you tried it? Ghost there? Oh, he's not there. Oh, he left.
I don't think he's.
Yeah, his mic wasn't working. Yeah, the effects are great. It does have a performance mode, and it does do 60 on the demo. It says 1080p 60.
Wait, hey, Ghost is in the waiting room for some reason.
Is he back in the waiting room again? Hold on.
Yeah, he's in the waiting room.
Let's see. Maybe his mic wasn't working.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
I pulled him in. Hey, Ghost, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you.
All right. What's up?
There you
No,
go.
I just downloading right now, man. What's up, fellas?
Yo, what's up, man? So you downloading the demo for the Grand Blue?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm downloading the demo, and then I went ahead and purchased it. Everybody's talking about it, man. I'm super stoked.
Dude, if you like those kind of games, like, see, for me, RPG, I don't play, like, I play RPGs, but I'm not, the turn-based ones are okay for me, but I do just almost like Ni no Kuni was like that as well. Ni no Kuni 2 was like sort of like an action type one. It had a little more strategy elements into like area effects and stuff like that. But this one is just straight up like, I can't wait to get to the next fight. Like, I just want to fight, and I love the scale of it because it does have that kind of Monster Hunter-esque where these huge fight enemies, and you got to choose who's in your party, who's leveled up, and who you want to take with you. But it's not as clunky as kind of, I find that Monster Hunter is. Like, I love the fights in Monster Hunter, but I feel like the character is just moves clunky. Like, I want him to just be like jumping and doing all crazy things, and it just seems to move like molasses sometimes. But the bosses in here are insane.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And they just keep throwing them at you, dude. Like, it was crazy. Is like I was like finished like one boss, and I was like, okay. So now it's gonna probably be quiet. It's probably gonna be like, now let's drag out the story. Let's talk about the history of the land and what these elementals are and all this other. No, man, they're like, all right, get on the airship. Let's go. Oh no, there's some tornadoes happening over here. We got to head over there on the airship and let's go fight. And boom, you drop and you just like fight a couple of enemies. The ground is breaking up, like very interactive. Like, you're jumping on different things. It's not a lot of platforming, but you're just like everything's just blowing up and stuff. And you're just like racing to this boss. And here, you want to hear genuine kind of craziness. When I was like watching this, I'll just play it right here. Dude, I was laughing when I heard this thing. But like, yeah, so you fight this elemental here. Here's your party. But like, look at this. The scale of it's crazy, and it really is. I'm really surprised. Like, and I'm like, oh man, now Final Fantasy comes out in a month. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it's just like one boss fight about fighting huge goblins, and where is the? Yeah, I can't wait to just play it. What I'm planning on doing is I'm probably gonna stream it after the show some more. So if you still want to see more of it, but let me just play that one part where I'm fighting this guy here, and I yell out just chaos. Where's my audio here? Where's my thing? Oh, here, let me make this full screen. Have you played Tekken 8? Yeah.
So I think my fighting days.
Your fighting day, yeah.
I don't have the handout. The handout coordination. I played Street Fighter 6 and I was just getting washed. I was like, man, I might have to hang it up.
Oh man, that's all right. That's fine. Yeah, this is the part. Let me just play this part here. So everybody hear this. This is me last night on the Grindhouse stream.
He just like went to this form here. Watch it! Move over, right away! Oh, what's she doing? Dude, this is crazy! The transition's insane! What the hell is going on? What the hell was happening?
Glad he's fighting on our side this time.
What the? What the hell is going on? The hell was that? Yo, what is?
Did the demon only just transform?
It is a primal beast, after
What?
all. Were you expecting something different?
No, what the hell's happened to him?
Created by Aspen.
Holy crap!
Powers are capable of untold destruction.
What the?
But after the
Oh,
war,
he's-
they abandoned it here.
I don't know what the hell it is.
Some took to the land.
Dude, I don't know what the hell was going on, dude. I like the guy like transformed, and then she blew up on the thing, and then this huge ass thing just comes and gives like a bitch slap to him. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Phil Spencer, yeah, baby. I did sound like Ginger Prime. I sounded like this. I was like, instead of yelling about Phil Spencer, I was yelling about incredibleness of the game. Let's
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer!
see. Instead of yelling about Phil Spencer, let's see. We're gonna match him up. Jess Brown. Let's see if I can. Let's see. I'm gonna mirror it up here. Let's see. This will be fun. Here it is.
Oh, I want to. Oh, he's doing this thing again. All right, we're gonna get.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer!
It's the harmony.
Oh, what a sword! How's this? Oh my God! Yikes!
Where is it? I missed it now. I had it. Oh man, that guy's giving me a headache now.
Oh, I got him.
Where's my ginger? Where's my Phil Spencer moment? Where is it? Where's my Phil Spencer moment? Is this it? There it is. Damn, where the hell was it? There it is. Is this it? Oh my God. Anyway, you heard it. You heard it. Enough.
Phil Spencer meme will go down like an infamy. Like a dude just played himself into.
Yeah, I never. So I had I never saw the rest of it. Like, yeah, I have no clue what's up. Like I had, dude. Here it is right here. Do you see it?
Just made the list.
Like, dude, this is where the clip's from.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer!
I never watched the all rest of it. This is the part where we stop. But I think I'm gonna take the rest of it later. I never saw the rest of this.
I am pleased to welcome the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, Mr. Phil Spencer. A round of applause for him.
Crying. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. I don't know what the hell is going on there, but my God, like he was legit crying about the guy. He didn't even announce anything.
And what's funny is when that was made, just like, everyone was going at him and people were defending him like he's just excited about Final Fantasy.
I never understood it, dude.
Phil Spencer?
I never understood the justification of it. Like he just announced him on stage, and apparently they had to announce him twice because the crowd couldn't care less. They're like, who's that? And Phil Spencer is not big in Japan. Pause. Nobody really knows who the hell he is. And then just the guy just shows up on like he didn't announce anything. He just showed up. Like, man, I have no clue how Dude, I don't think people act like that. Like if The Rock shows up to WrestleMania or something like that, like, oh, like I don't know, dude. I don't know therapy. I don't know. It's crying.
It's on the level of like Michael Jackson. I used to
I know.
Like, wonder
like,
why people were breaking down like Michael Jackson or I don't know.
Like the front row people that are just like collapsing and because they're just like, oh my god, like yeah. Listen, I understand people get like that for like Michael Jackson, but Phil Spencer, hey, I don't know about that one. I don't know, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I never saw him like go into tears about it, but yeah, that showed up on my like feed. I was like, somebody had that. I don't know why it just showed up again, and I just hit play, and I was like, oh man, there's more to it. I didn't realize there's more to it, But anyway, yeah, the whole reason why I brought that up is because I wanted to try to mirror it with what I was experiencing in my game, actually, which is crazy. Think about a game because I didn't know what was going on. Where is my Phil Spencer? I want a Phil Spencer moment. Where is my Phil Spencer moment? Like I had it before, and now I don't have my Phil Spencer moment. Where is my Phil Spencer moment? There it is. This it? That's not my Phil Spencer. Whatever. I'm never gonna. They're wasting time. Wasting time. You heard my Phil Spencer moment. It wasn't about him, though. I missed it. I just gushed over the game for the last 20 minutes. I love it. Grand Blue, from what I played, incredible. Epic fights. The combat's great. The story seems to be really, really good on there. Like it's not too crazy, but it is getting. It has those elements of where you think you face the biggest, like the traditional Final Fantasy stuff. Like, oh yeah, that's the boss. All right, okay, we finished it. That's the person that I'm going to be going against. That seems to be and then it's like, no, that's not them. He has a boss. And it's like, oh man, she's a badass. Oh man, that's the boss. Okay, so that's the one. And then now it's like, okay, well, we're going to do this stuff where we're going to fight the elements. We're just like these sky pirates. Like we just go around and, save people. And we're just merchants and stuff. And we're like battle merchants. And they turn into just a whole story, man. It's wild. It is great. I have my Phil Spencer moment every night on Monday. That's right. These grindhouses are Phil Spencer moments. That's right. Is this the part? No, where is it? Music's great.
We just fought that monster goblin.
See, I just fought the boss, and now I gotta fight this guy.
Done now. Oh no, a fight. Oh,
where is it?
He's done. Yo, what is?
Here it is. Here is the part.
Went to this form here.
Here it is. I found it, Grinders.
Watch
just
it.
for you. Hit that like button.
Right away. Dude, this is crazy. The transition is insane. What the hell is going on?
Dude, I have to quit myself on this. I could quit myself. All right, we're done. I'm gonna have to quit myself on this thing. What the hell is going on? I think I'll be playing that all the time. Yo, I'm sorry, you guys. I feel bad for my frogs and Ghost in here. They couldn't hear the harmony there going on. The hype is contagious, dude. I'm telling you. Listen, hey, if you don't like it, I'm not gonna be upset about it. You say I have bad taste in games, or whatever. Go play the demo and come back here and tell me what you think in the comments. But I'm telling you, it's great. It may not be your cup of tea, but I'm telling you, the animation, you'll be in shock and how polished it is. And I think that's another thing where, it's incredible nowadays to think a game is like complete or like works. SS Squad, whatever you are, whatever that Crackdown 4, we're gonna refer to it here because I saw what happened in Porter Rocks. I was on the show when that whole thing happened. But S Squad, that is Crackdown 4. Shoot the purple balls on a tank. Yeah, you could keep that game. I'm not getting that game, and they already busted. They're already hiding review codes. I'm not even gonna cover it yet. We're going to wait to see the fallout of this thing. But I could told you from a mile away, there are problems with the squad. Or Crackdown 4, as we'll refer to it on this game. When I saw the Joker and I saw the shark guy flying above the city at rooftop parties, I was like, nope. We don't have time. I'll put it in words.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anybody no time for that? Look, see, poor Akeem, he's been waiting for the game. I feel bad now. Akeem said he'd been waiting for Grand Blue Relink for years, and I just found it yesterday. Well, Akeem, you have good taste in games, and I'm glad it paid off for your waiting, because I just found out about it yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I got to get this game. So, yeah, definitely. And it's $60. Hey, everybody talking about Phil Spencer pocket watching, buy that for $1. Hey, it's not $70. So you can take that complaint to the bank on that one. So anyway, let me get to here. Speaking of, yeah, so anyway, any of you guys hyped up for the S Squad?
No, I'm passing on that one.
Yeah.
Man. That's the bootleg Avengers.
The bootleg Avengers. This is the bootleg Crackdown 4. That is. Bootleg Avengers. That is. Yeah, when they showed the Joker looking like a clown, but he really was a clown, like flying around with the penguin umbrella. I'm like, what? Why does every character fly around with guns? Like, what is this game? And I don't mean to I'm sure that's not making those people the people that love that like WB or that IP happy, because that is just, it's like they wanted to make a different game, but they said, hey, let's throw the skins of like the squad on them. The story sounds cool. I would like to be interested to watch. I'll just watch all the cutscenes, see if the story is interesting. But man, when I see people flying above the city at rooftop parties, and when they showed a tank and a helicopter and everybody had the purple balls on them, it's like, shoot the purple ball. I'm like, purple balls? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what is this, Crackdown? I'm like, where's Terry Crews when you need him? Some bullshit there. Moving on to the next topic. We said the games we were talking. So Tekken 8 and Grand Blue are top gears. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do reviews or anything like that, but hey, I recommend them. Frog and Ghost don't like fighting games, but that's right. That's right. Outside Gaming Night.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
He's not good at him. He's not good at him. But then you could fight the computer. You don't have to go to.
I didn't like him. I just said I'm fighting burned out, man.
No, that's a fraud. And Ghost. Let me tell you something. If you buy the game, that doesn't mean you go into the tournaments. You don't have to go to like the tournaments and buy the sticker. You can just play against the computer.
Yeah, that's kind of the novelty, though. It's like if I buy a game like that, I want to be able to interact with.
Oh shit, he wants to master it. Oh man, Ghost wants to go to like the friggin' Nintendo Championships.
I just know that I'm a poor sport, and let me get looked.
He's very competitive.
Yeah, I'm gonna tear the TV off the wall and everything.
Oh shit! All right, then don't buy it. Then it'll be more than $70 for you. Then we're ripping TVs off the wall. Oh yeah, if you're that competitive and you want, no. Because I even heard, I don't know, shout out to Jay Bar. I think he was saying about Jay Bar Persona. What one of them was saying about how like people need to use a landline when they're playing online because some of the lag, because it does have crossplay in it. The Phil Spencer wet dream there. God damn bullshit. That whole crossplay, everybody plays, all that other horse shit.
Just a couple weeks ago, remember when they were and I'm getting a little off topic, but I guess they had made a post. Someone had said like, hey, are you playing Helldivers? And I was like, oh yeah, first thing I'm doing is turning crossplay off. And the amount of hate.
Oh really? Oh no!
I'm not real big on Twitter, but I got more impressions and more hate DMs.
Really?
Dude, it's the wildest shit ever. I'm turning crossplay off ASAP. And they came for me, the PC weirdos.
Because you're gonna give them longer time to play.
Oh my god! Yeah, they came after me. So.
Oh man. Well. Yeah, I don't know. Like, see, first off, that is co-op. So that and Helldivers 2 looks awesome as well. That I'm going to that reminds me a bit of maybe I would say what the hell is it? The like Lost Planet kind of that kind of fighting. You know, there's alien, there's all different planets and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have, you know, I don't think there's any verses in that. So like, you know, maybe the crossplay is not as bad, but hey, turn it off if you need to. The only problem is if you remember, Gears 5 had it, and then they updated update number 5, and they turned that off because the queues were taking too long. And they turned off the ability to shut off crossplay. And same thing goes for Sea of Thieves. But Sea of Thieves never had it. Gears had it. You could turn it off. But then Gears updated it to say, yeah, you can't do that anymore. So hopefully they don't pull that kind of crap about Helldivers, because you could turn it off now. But maybe by default, they'll be like, hey, you know what? The pool is a little dry right now. Now crossplay is permanently enabled to ensure that everybody can play. And then they pull that crap on us. That's why these games, man, they got them online. They could do whatever they want on that stuff. But yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, I saw some of the gameplay of Helldivers. That looks awesome. I never played the first one, but this one looks great. Like this one looks. Like I love Lost Planet, and this gives me some effects of like some co-op Lost Planet. You know, fighting bugs, fighting all different types of enemies, fighting robots. Like, and it looks great, and it looks chaotic, which I love that, as you could tell from my reaction to Grand Blue boss fights there.
Well, I like the strategic part of it too. Like, not only can you upgrade your character, but you can upgrade your ships. You know, the coordination between your teammates and being able to call down those stratagems. And those are the type of things, like, so fully action packed, a co-op game that you do have to communicate. I was a huge fan of those. What are the not the Division games, but what was the game where you were fighting the narcos, and then you were what was it called? I can't remember. A brain fart.
Which one? The narcos. The grinders will know. What is it? You had to fight. You had to. Oh.
It was the 4-player co-op where you like played narcos, and then you played some future that you were in some future on some island. Let me look through my games real quick. You know what I'm talking about, though.
No, I don't remember.
Hold up. Give me a second. It's what happens when you get old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's see the Helldivers gameplay. But yeah, this I think this is like $40 too. I think this game's like $40.
Yeah, Helldivers is $40. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, good price. I mean, I don't care if it was $70. I would have paid for it. But
yeah,
the Ghost Recon games, the Tom Clancy Ghost Recon, like
Breakpoint. Okay. You mean the Ghost Recon? Yeah.
I love those type of games.
The Helldivers is pre-ordered. My Final Fantasy is pre-ordered, and Rise of the Ronin, I'm on the fence with. But that's the only reason, like Grand Blue Fantasy, from what I'm playing, this game is absolutely stunning. But Final Fantasy is right around the corner, and I'm like,
I know.
Am I gonna have enough? I'm gonna get RPG burnout, so I'll probably play Final Fantasy, then come back to this. This game looks like something, and just from what I'm playing, this is something I definitely would play. But I definitely want to play Final Fantasy Rebirth.
I know.
And then, like you said, Helldivers. Yes, that's already.
Yeah, it looks great. And we're gonna need a squad up too.
I'm not gonna turn crossplay off. The only reason I'm not turning it off is because I just want to see how it functions with it. But what I don't know about you, but I found most of the people on my friends list, man, they're not even tracking this game. Like, this game has piss poor advertisement to me. Like, they're really not tracking this game. Every time I talk about it, nobody on my friends list that I primarily play with knows what I'm talking about. Same with Rise of the Ronin. They don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All they know, like I said, I have a lot of friends that are super casual. So if it's not Call of Duty or Madden or 2K, they don't know about it.
Yeah.
Not until I put a little bug in their ear. Like, I had a friend, he didn't even know what freaking, like Souls games were. And I was like, Bloodborne. And he finally got it. And he was like, oh, not my type of game. Demon Souls, he got it. Not my type of game. Then he gets Elden Ring. He clicks with him. And he's like, oh, I get it. And then he goes back and he plays all the other ones. But, I got friends who are super casual.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. As I get older, I start realizing how much more casual my friends are than me. They're the Call of Duty, Madden, 2K types of people. And the only reason they're on PlayStation is because that's where everybody else is. So it's kind of a hard, and I'll be honest with you, it's kind of hard to sell like games like Helldivers or Rise of the Ronin to them. You know, it was hard. It was hard to get them to get Ghost of Tsushima, which is a
Yeah,
good
but you
game, or
know,
even God of War,
and I think
because
you're right
they're very casual.
with the whole marketing aspect of it and stuff like that. Like they've been showing it at their things. I think they're showing a lot of gameplay of it. But I think these gonna be one of those games that if people are playing it to see everybody on their friends list and you know that share play or to share my screen or you start seeing gameplay like, whoa, what's this game? And you see some of the stories that emerge from like, hey, last night we called in this thing and I think and it's only $40. It's not a huge like, hey, time invest. Yeah, on that.
You just said it right there. That's how I actually get my friends to buy games. I'll buy the game. We'll be in a party, and they're like, "Man, what's that game you playing?" And I'll
You share your
play
screen.
it,
I know, yeah.
and they share screen, and they're like, "Yo, that looks cool," and then they go buy it.
Yep.
Dude, that's how all my friends went and got Ghost of Tsushima. They started watching me play, and they was like, "Yo, this game looks like Assassin's Creed," because they're trying to compare it to something. The only thing they can compare it to is Assassin's Creed. And they're, like I said, they're casual. So Assassin's Creed is a very casual type of game. So when they found out it was only on PlayStation, they went and got it, and all of them played it. Same with Ratchet and Clank. Like none of them knew what Ratchet and Clank was until I started playing it. And they were like, "Yo, what game is that?" They started yeah.
Wild Wolf has a question. Can you play it by yourself? Can you play Helldivers solo? Like are they?
So I don't know if you can or not. I'm guessing you can. I the first one was hard to play by yourself. You definitely need the squad. I didn't get very far in it because not many people, my friends, just want to play it. This one, I think you can, obviously play by yourself. You're just gonna have some issues. I don't intend to play this solo. Same with Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the Ronin, most people don't know, is a multiplayer game. You can play with two of your buddies through the whole story. I don't intend to play that solo. If I don't have to, I want to experience it with some people and see what makes it different playing multiplayer versus. But Helldivers, I'm definitely not playing it by myself. That game, the first
I think
one
it'd be challenging. Yeah, it might be hard.
The first one is very hard. It's very challenging.
People are saying yes in the chat. So are the other ones AI controlled? Is that what it is?
No, there's no. So if you're playing by yourself,
you're playing by yourself. Okay, so there's no like squad.
It's just you. So that, but like I said, the game is very.
There's no
hard.
AI
It's
bots.
not an easy
That's what
game.
it says.
No, it's not an easy game. Yeah, so I don't intend to play this by myself. I intend to have a full squad of people that I know that want to play it. And they're gonna put their best effort. Final Fantasy, obviously, I can play by myself. And Rise of the Ronin, I can even play that by myself.
That comes out in March, and know what? Rise of the Ronin comes out the same day as from the other. What the hell is it? Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah,
same friggin' day.
And see, I think Dragon's Dogma messed up by not being multiplayer. That I really wanted the multiplayer.
I love Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, that because wasn't that the complaint with the first one? Like people wanted to have like a kind of a Monster Hunter-esque, like we're gonna go out and fight the Griffin and all that other stuff.
That's what they were supposed to do.
That's what I remember for the first one. I was like, this needs to be multiplayer.
Yes, they were supposed to add multiplayer, and they never did.
Because it almost functioned like a multiplayer game at all. Like you had your co-op partners, you drag them out, and they don't have multiplayer in the second one. They confirmed it.
Yep. I'm like, that's a little disappointing. The 30 frames don't bother me as long as it's.
I heard that. Yeah, I saw that. There's rumors that it's going to target 30.
The multiplayer element and moving forward. My only problem with
it looks good
with Dragon's Dogma is those games are really deep, they're really long. Like you're gonna put, 100 hours in that game easily. So, like I said, I got some games on the back burner. I'm trying to knock out the games I really, really am interested in. Like I said, Rise of the Ronin and Final Fantasy and Hellblade just happen to be the games I'm really super interested in. The only game I'm playing right now is Nobody's Hero. It was a free game on PlayStation.
Yeah, I saw you playing that. Yeah. Yes, today I saw you playing that.
But I don't know. Like the beginning of this year is looking good. So
it's crazy. February, I couldn't believe it. Like
we are eating good so far.
Yeah, like I couldn't believe it. Like with just again the Tekken, this one Grand Blue, I got that, and then it's like another on the 10th, not this Friday, but next. Oh. Well, my son he wants to get Jujutsu Kaisen. That comes out on Friday on the 2nd. The new Jujutsu Kaisen
and you
game.
know what, Jazz? I'll eventually get Tekken, but like I said, like after getting
that comes out too. That's their first game.
And then getting Mortal Kombat 1, I was like, I'm kind of burnt out, like on fighting games. Like we have a lot of good fighting games. Tekken probably was the game I should have waited for. because Street Fighter, the net code, and then it kind of disappointed me with some things. And Mortal Kombat absolutely disappointed me because it seems really generic.
Yeah.
But you know, and it looks good, but it seems generic. It's Mortal Kombat. It's
Yeah, I agree at the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I was surprised because usually they have. I felt they was limited in content. They the towers and things that I feel like they did.
So much
Didn't.
stuff from the
Yeah.
So much stuff from last year's Mortal Kombat they didn't put in this
They
one.
didn't put in, like the online towers.
Absolutely.
They even had that meta game with the remember even Injustice with the worlds, like you could do all the different like characters that had all different powers. It was like a scramble up of power ups, and basically it was like alternate universes.
You know
even had that.
Mortal Kombat went for Jazz. It went for shock factor, rebooting the franchise.
Yeah,
and nickel and diming you.
I agree.
And
I feel a little.
I saw it with how they did the DLC pack. And I'm happy. When I bought it when it was on sale, with digital Black Friday sales, like $39.99. I was like, let me go ahead and get it. And I started playing it, and I was like, okay, this is cool, but I'm trying to feel what's so different this year, other than like the characters jumping in, and it seems like Street Fighter and Tekken kind of evolved, whereas Mortal Kombat is kind of
Tekken really evolved.
A cameo character. And because a lot of
and the sidekicks, basically they copied that from Injustice, like the sidekick thing.
Yeah, but my whole thing is like you got less characters. Once they started putting cameos, you got less characters.
Exactly, that you can play with.
So,
all you do is call them in for their special. I agree. That Mortal Kombat. Now you get me riled up about Mortal Kombat because because you're right. And then also too with the with the game, I feel like they limited the characters. You're right, and I'm kind of done with those X-ray moves. I'm like, dude, like why we have to do constant cutscenes all the time? Like there should be some interactivity. There should be maybe variation in them. Like you just hit the two buttons, and it's like, oh, here comes the cutscene move. Okay, and I just feel that
once you've seen it, you've seen it.
You've seen it. You're just like, oh, I just want to skip it. But yeah, I agree. Yes, Josh, I agree. We need DOA back. Dead or Alive, man. I love that. I played the hell out of those games, man. I love Dead or Alive. Those are great too. But
we
Tekken,
got to see how Rise of the Ronin. We got to see how Rise of the Ronin.
Well, yeah.
Does
But Ninja,
Rise of the Ronin doesn't.
Team Ninja,
doesn't
man.
do well. I don't know what to say about them.
Just stopping up. So yeah, speaking about your friends all on Call of Duty, did you see the Matt Booty sent out an email today? They named the brand new Activision president, Johanna Ferris. She is the head of the Call of Duty, basically the Call of Duty League of E3. Of the Call of Duty League that she is. She oversees the Call of Duty community section and like the league there. She has a history in the NFL as an NFL executive, and now they have her, the new president of, replacing Mike Ybarra, new president of Blizzard. And Matt Booty sent out the letter to everyone saying they want to acknowledge the impact of the events last week. Thank you all. And I'm not going to read through this whole thing. Her first visit for official day is Monday, February 5th. And I know she's eager to get to know the team. She also started work with Blizzard leadership. And yeah, all PR typical talk. Blizzard, and she says, I know the differences between Call of Duty and Blizzard and King, and all PR stuff. So what I did was I saw the link here, and I was like, you know what? Let's read the comments here from Charlie Intel posted about Matt Booty's email to announcing the new Blizzard president. Let's see what everybody's reaction is, right? Because that's what I wanted to do. But before I scroll down, any instant reaction from you guys about this?
No, my only reaction was like, what's gonna move the needle? This isn't gonna move the needle. This is like,
this is gonna revive Blizzard. Do you think?
It's a lot of public relations stuff. It's not gonna move the needle.
So it seems like
whoop de do.
Yeah, but you know what? There may be some insight. Ghost, do you have anything? Oh, anyway, Ghost, you there? Did he leave?
Oh, I think Ghost. He dropped out.
Oh, he dropped out. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, so I was like, you know what? There are better reactions. Let's get some more reactions to what everybody had to say about this. Right. So, Grinders, let's see, because I think there's some insight here as we go down to this thread of this announcement here. Matt, what? Booty? Wow. So Matt Booty, is that his gamer tag or his real name? Hey, Booty. Matt Booty. Ha 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 ha. What a name. Gotta be a troll last name. These are the comments. LOL, Booty. That name will always make me giggle. Matt Booty. The face. Bro's name is Matt Booty. Matt Booty. Bro has to be trolling with that name. Matt Booty. Bro got the worst last name ever. Hey, Booty. Haha, Booty. Booty, LOL. Mr. Booty. Matt Booty. Is Booty really his last name? Frog, this is some really good insight from everybody's reaction to this new hiring of the president of Blizzard. Booty. It's got to suck to have that last name. Booty. Matt Booty can't take that seriously. LOL, Booty. 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 Mrs. Booty. Matt Booty's judgment's in question. Well, Grinders, you get the feedback right there from Twitter, giving you the details and the insight to their reaction to this new presidential hire over at Blizzard and whatever else. Let's bring it in. Hit that like button. Yes, it is Matt Booty. He's communicating. It's the Booty. We got to do a booty drop. Hit that like. It's booty time.
Let me see that booty drop. Booty drop.
Well, that's Twitter for you. There you go. What insight. Everybody reacted as they should. They just found out that Matt Booty exists. So welcome, Call of Duty. You are the family. You've been the family since December, but how do you know your new boss is not the Booty? I don't know. But anyway, that was the insight. Yeah, new Blizzard president. It is what it is. Yay. But speaking about consolidation, we have Embracer Group giving the kibosh to Deus Ex, doing it dirty. Did you see that, Frogs? Did you see that a new victim of Embracer Group, they have canceled
so
the frame thing?
What's going on,
dude?
Man. I can't call the game industry. Seems like, I'm gonna be honest, with all these subscription-based models, free to play, I think the game industry seems like it's kind of falling apart. If your game is not free to play or not in a subscription, even if the subscription is not profitable, it seems like these games are just, these developers don't want to put the money and effort into the games. They're like, screw it. And it's sad.
I just think it's bad management. That's what I think it is. I don't want to put it as the gaming industry. Like, I don't think it. I think it's the poor management and allowing these companies just to buy whatever the hell they want and chew it up and spit it out without having any responsibility and any fines or any kind of thing for their actions. And that's what I think. I think it's people walking around with money, spending it, and just chewing them up and spitting them out.
But here, and this is what I think, Jez, and I've always said this. I always thought that when Square Enix said they want to sell off their Tomb Raider IP, I think Sony should have bought that. I definitely think they should have bought that because it's kind of, people know Tomb Raider and
Amazon got it
together. Yeah, and I thought Embracer got it.
Embracer got it, but then no, wait. Embracer, you're right. Embracer got it, but they made Amazon. How did Amazon get involved with it?
I don't know, but I think that a lot of these IPs you grew up with are dead. I think that Deus Ex is dead. Half-Life has been dead. A lot of these franchises that people want to come back are dead. These developers don't have any new ideas, or they're just going to reboot or remake the franchise. And you can kind of tell because we get a lot of new IPs, but they just don't have a lot of thought in them because
Embracer has it now. Okay.
Yeah,
Amazon is paying for the license. Thank you, Don Johnson. Amazon's paying for the license, but Embracer has it now. Hit that like button. Grinds over 300 grinders in here.
I think that was
burning fires.
I think they should have definitely picked up that IP. They could have picked that up real cheap. It could have been something that was on because it's known. People know when you say Tomb Raider, people think PlayStation. I don't know anybody that thinks Tomb Raider doesn't think PlayStation.
We're gonna
PlayStation
think
2 made it go
Amazon
together.
now or whatever.
Yeah. So and you're in, and it's gonna die. It's gonna be a franchise that stays there and dies.
You know, you bring up a good point because it is, and I feel like that Microsoft is going to have this issue with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I think they already have it with Bethesda. When an IP or when a franchise is associated with a brand so strongly, like how you said Tomb Raider with Sony, or even like Bethesda, Final Fantasy with Sony, and you look at even you look at Call of Duty, and Call of Duty kind of really never it recently for the longest time had this association with PlayStation. That's where everybody went to after Xbox had it.
Right.
The current group is seeing it associated with PlayStation, but just kind of not part of ownership. And I think it takes it's going to take a lot of marketing and a lot of energy to shift the focus to be like, no, guys, Bethesda is Microsoft and Call of Duty is Microsoft. And like that type of branding is going to take a long time to shift the focus of the market, and a lot of marketing, a lot of extra work to shift the focus to say, hey, no, Elder Scrolls is Microsoft, like Elder Scrolls is Xbox. And whether how hard they want to push that, it takes a lot of work. And if you remember, back in the days of Mass Effect and BioShock, the first ones were on Xbox. The second one was on multiplat, and it sold more on the Xbox one because a lot of times the brand Mass Effect was associated with Xbox, especially with Mass Effect, because that was supposed to be a trilogy. I remember when Mass Effect 2 came out, it was like sold like crazy on Xbox, even though, the 360 was more popular at the time. But still, it was like the first game, the sequel will be associated. Same thing goes with Titanfall.
A lot of people didn't even know.
Titanfall 2.
A lot of people didn't even know it was on PlayStation.
It takes a lot of marketing, a lot of stuff to shift that focus. So not only do they just go buy them, but especially if it happens that quickly, like over a year or whatever like that. It's like, okay, well, now, with these signed documents, we own you now. So a year and a half goes by, and over 1 year before they even come out with a game, especially Sony was able to get those 2 exclusives from Bethesda. It takes time to shift the focus market-wise to say, hey, they are us, identify this brand with us. And whether they're going to do it or whether they're not, I don't know. But this whole consolidation stuff, I just wanted to read you this tweet and tell the grinders too, if this grinds your gears, because I remember all the talk last year when we were doing a Grindhouse Law about this consolidation, and and everybody's like, well, that's how they're going to survive, and that's the way it is. And you look at this guy, Mr. Robinson goes, here he goes, consolidation is working great for the games industry. VGC reports that Embracer Group has reportedly canceled the new Deus Ex game and confirmed plans to lay off a number of employees at developer Eidos Montreal. Oh, really? And Andy Robinson had something to say, but let's go. Shout out to When Everybody Plays, We All Win with his post of bringing up receipts for Andy Robinson last year of January 2022, going, even if you don't own an Xbox, I think Microsoft acquiring Blizzard Activision is going to be ultimately great news for fans of Call of Duty, Crash, Blizzard, Spyro, Tony Hawk, Overwatch, if its culture changes. Oh, so that consolidation is good. Really? Where was the concerns with consolidation? Yeah, it doesn't work. That's the thing. When these companies buy up all those IPs, Call of Duty, Crash, Blizzard, Spyro, Tony Hawk, Overwatch, you really think? You think they're going to bring them back? You think? Go ask Toys for Bob, Billy Bob, Toys for Bob. Ask them when they just lost 30% of their studio. They're bringing back Banjo. They're bringing back Crash. Really? Go ask Blizzard. Blizzard just got routed over the last week. Have a new president that ran Call of Duty esports. She's the president of Blizzard. You think she knows what's best for Blizzard? We'll find out. But I'm sure the Blizzard fans are kind of like, what? Why don't you promote somebody from internally within Blizzard? Everybody thought it was going to be Rod Ferguson. Nope. They brought her in from Call of Duty. Everybody thought Microsoft was going to save them. Listen, I told you before, these purchases of these publishers, it's not for the games. It's not. I don't even think it's for Game Pass because they haven't put the. I don't even think it's for Game Pass anymore. This is beyond that. This is conforming. They are trying to conform the gaming industry to fit what their model is. They want to have everybody use their tools, use their AI, make games in a budget that they approve in order to release it in where they want it. And in order to do that, they need to own the cradle to the grave. They need to own the whole ass publisher so that they could determine the scoping, the scaling, the budget, what gets produced, what doesn't. And then they can make the decisions of where it goes, who gets it, how we get our money back, how's the game distributed, how much budget you put in that game. That's the reason why their consolidation works. Embracer was just buying IP just because they had money. And they just got away with it. And now they are destroying studios and franchises. It's crazy. These games that we thought, like we never heard of them until they got purchased, and all of a sudden Embracer has them now, think that, oh, they're going to do right by us. They are killing these franchises. We might not ever even see them again. They're not even going to be has-beens. They're going to be a never was. They're going to be like, woof, you remember that? I don't remember.
People are going to forget about
Vicarious Vision, like the Vicarious Visions, the Volition, all of them. They just gutted them all. And then you just see how easy Microsoft could just be like,
Toys for Bob.
Toys for Bob, all those people at Blizzard.
Nobody's going to remember about it.
Come on. What about the morale of the people working there now? You think they're eager to make a new game? You think they can't wait to break the ice and do something new? Dude, they're scared shit. You would have to conform. All right, well, Microsoft says we got to make this. This is what we got to do now. You know, this is part of the budget. No, I want to do something different. Shh, don't say that. Shh. Don't let Booty hear you say that. And Booty's like, you rang? Don't let Booty hear you say you want to do something bigger and better. That's not in the scope.
That's why you got games like a Avowed that looks the way it does. That's why Indiana Jones, you got Todd Howard, executive producer. He should be nowhere near that game. Like they're just doing something. They're piss poor management. They're not giving these studios the ability to really create in their best light and the talent they have. They're just like, hey, push your game out because we own you and we just need a game in this quarter. That's what it's basically become.
Right.
When I turn my Series X on, I use it as a CD, a Blu-ray player. There's not that many games on there. Even when I go look through Game Pass, which I don't actually subscribe to it, there's nothing in there that I don't own that I need to subscribe to it for, you know? And it boggles my mind how people really have the idea that this service that they have is not even profitable. It's good. It's not good. There's nothing in there that makes this service good because the majority of stuff in there that's good, people buy it and I think that we're going to see in the next, I would say, year and a half, 2 years, that one of these companies, which I would probably put money on the line, is going to probably go full digital. I think Microsoft's Xbox is going full digital. You'll no longer be able to buy anything in the store, no matter how bad the game rates or it does or whatever. Their games will never go on sale again. They will just be that standard price because it's in Game Pass. Because if you go look at Sea of Thieves, that game is the same price, as day one, and it's never going to drop in price because they're like, it's in Game Pass. So if you want it cheaper, get Game Pass. Outside of that, just buy it for the full price.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. Their way of baiting you into Game Pass is to make sure that game is always the same price and the quality is not there. I can see if it was Nintendo doing a service like this with the quality of their games. Microsoft's Xbox doesn't have the quality of games to keep their games at full price. Sea of Thieves should be a $10 game. If you didn't want to buy,
Frog, you jumped right into the next topic of this rumored of the Series S 2024 edition. Refresh coming in, codenamed Bitchwood. Oh, I mean Elwood. It's called. Pause. Sorry about that. Slip of the tongue. Slip of the tongue, everybody. Elwood assumes plans haven't changed. Bootlegs come out here saying 2024. The Series S is on its way. A revision of it because everybody wants a different color booster. But it's still the white color. But apparently, Elwood from the leak says the best value, undisputed update technology. So it looks like they may be doing 2 digital refreshes, adorably digital refreshes. Yes, that's right. Elwood, Robert Lawrence, a big L and Wood for this one. And they insult my state of birth, my state of birth of New York, with Brooklyn being named the one that looks like a trash can, which is the Series X digital version. But this one, the booster remastered, apparently has some, I don't know. I don't even know what to make it. The same low price of $299, apparently. More internal storage. This is from the leak. New low power standby mode because it's never going to be turned on. And then increased use of PCR house, increase 100% recyclable packaging. Wonderful. Can't wait to buy it because it's recyclable packaging. Packaging matters. And adorably Gen 9 console with faster Wi-Fi, more internal storage, reduced power, and more immersive controllers. So this might be that new, that new controller.
I don't understand this whole reduced power thing when nobody's turning it on to download crap anyway.
I'll tell you, reduced power. Just unplug the thing, keep it in the box. That's how you save the power.
I don't
and open it up when they put a game that's worth the damn.
A lot of this is, once again, PR talk.
It's all these are the launch timelines.
This is not for the gamer. The gamer doesn't care about these things. The gamer doesn't care about reduced power. All the gamer cares about is, can I turn this thing on and play the games I want to play? Microsoft's Xbox has the ability to play the third-party games that same one Sony has. The only difference is the majority of the good games that people want to play that are casual, you have to buy. So they're not winning because their service doesn't have these games that you have to buy. They don't have the NBA 2Ks and the Maddens. Maybe
let me ask you a question.
But they just like people understand what they want, and most of the games that people want aren't in Game Pass, and that's why I think that service won't grow.
Let me ask you a question. When we thought about the series consoles, did we think that it was just going to be reiterations of the same console? Like that's what they meant by like they could just be like, and this is our new Series S series, like sort of like what Apple did with the iPad. All of a sudden they stopped saying iPad 2, iPad 3, iPad 4. They basically just went like iPad 2023, iPad 2024. I think that's what they're doing with these consoles. That's what it sounds like.
I honestly thought Microsoft was unveiling a new console.
That's what
it was going to be like. When I saw that
a Series T, a Series,
I was like, oh great, a brand new console. And I'll never forget the first day getting that Series X and turning it on. I was like, this is an Xbox One. Like it was just so disappointing. Like I turned my PS5 on, it was a brand new interface, new everything. Turn your Xbox Series X on, it's an Xbox One. I was like, what is this? This is Xbox One, and it's like. What makes me so like, and I try not to get too irritated about this, is the stupid people who act like it's new. It's the same Xbox One interface, the same thing. It's nothing different.
And what's wrong is that you picked it up again 3 years in, and it's still the same thing at launch.
Same thing.
Which was the same thing at the thing before. Thing. I know.
We got plenty of Turbo Man's faithful Sabertooth Tiger booster.
Nobody wants booster. But anyway.
The rumors are true.
Oh, damn. Rumors are true.
A small quantity of the action figure known as Turbo Man. I am not going to ask you people to be quiet again. Do you hear me? If you're not one of the lucky few, we have plenty of Turbo Man's faithful pet tiger booster in stock.
I'll tell you what, James. I don't think anybody picked up, and people were real. Anybody that picked up an Xbox and they turned it on the first time when they got home, when it came out, they had to say to themselves, oh, this is so familiar. It's the Xbox One.
Oh, no, it was, dude. I had the same experience.
It's an Xbox One.
I couldn't believe it.
When you turn that PS5 on, it was brand new. New sounds, new everything.
And they still never updated it, dude. They still never updated it. He said the dashboard update, which they just made some icons bigger, move things around.
Dude, you know what? when you turn on, when I turn the Series X on, it's an Xbox One. Nobody can tell me different. I own the Xbox One at launch. It's an Xbox One with a little bit of revision, but it's an Xbox One. It's an Xbox One. It's more powerful, and you can tell that. And here's the thing, Jazz. This is what kind of it just rattles me. If you only own an Xbox Series X, right, and you don't own a PlayStation 5, you really can't tell how much better that PS5 hardware is. But if you own both of them, there's no way in hell that you can actually sit there and say the Xbox One Series X is a better hardware capable machine. From the minute you turn it on and just use the interface, it's clunky, it sticks, it lags. Like, even to get to the store, it's like it's a Windows device. It feels horrible. It's a horrible experience.
I think it's called. I got a description for you right here, Frog.
And they little. Let me tell you something, Jess.
And they little gaga.
That's what it's like, a Google Gaga machine.
But the 360 didn't feel like a Windows product. It felt unique. That's why it did so well. That Xbox One, this Xbox Series, these feel like Windows products. Like Microsoft, I've said this before. There's too much Microsoft.
You always said it, man. And Frog, it's so true. If you go watch the rest of the video, he had that interview with he played that interview, which is very eye-opening, from Ed Freeze on why he left, and he said exactly the same thing. You know, when he said, you know, the reason why he left was, you know, when they weren't doing what they could do, whatever they want to do, and they weren't on the radar. It was great. It was great times, games, deals, all they were doing. But as soon as they became on the radar of Microsoft and now part of the business, you had suits there saying, let's just we can't delay Halo. He's like, we need to delay it. This is our golden goose. Like, we got to protect this. No, ship it. And because they had the suits wanted it a certain way. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why we get half these games than they want. They're like, just ship it. You know, and it's like, but what about the IP? Who gives a shit about the IP? We'll just give them more IP of different things, and yeah, they'll get over it.
The best time of Xbox was the Peter Moore.
It was when they were under the radar, but then they got too big, and then Microsoft got their grubby hands on it. And actually, I have the one of the slides that's interesting. I think it's one of my topics, but let me get Sign My Ass with the $100 Seek. He goes, I bet True Virgil is Phil Spencer and X Hawk is Booty in disguise, you sneaky bastards. Oh my goodness. He blew your cover. Oh, I don't have it. My Arnold. You blew my cover. You blew my cover. I'm Hauser, not Quaid. You blew my cover. Cohagen, give these people air. You blew my cover. Sign my ass. He sniffed you guys out. Booty found you. True Virgil.
Philness.
Oh no! We suck again!
So anyway, you know, speaking about what you were just talking about on that stuff, I did have oh yeah, wow, Frog, you're really looking at the list here. You're going right through the stuff right here. What's interesting is one thing I wanted to bring up in this little history lesson here that we're having about this, you know, I wanted just to go back to that consolidation, just the buying of the studios. I was listening to another show, and somebody was talking about Hellblade 2, and the sense that they were disappointed that Hellblade 2 was not bigger and better. You know, and somebody was like, well, why would you expect that? You know, why would you expect it to be bigger and better? Like, that's your expectations. You should just keep your, you know, expectations in check. Like, you know, just you know, that's a you problem. I'm like, well, why is that them? Why is that us problem? You know, wouldn't you expect that in that it took this amount of time to make Hellblade 2 that it should be bigger and better? Because if I recall, all about that Microsoft money was floating around in 2018 and stuff like that, how they could make everybody better, bigger and better. And I stumbled upon this video, of course. You know, why not? Because I do look up these tapes and stuff like that. But why don't we go look and see what Ninja Theory was saying about why they joined Microsoft back in 2018. First off, here's a little tidbit for you. Here's a little tidbit before I get into that part. Look at this. They weren't looking to be sold.
Decided to open this new chapter in the Ninja Theory story and what it means for us and for you, our fans.
Microsoft have known us ever since they signed our first. Following Heavenly Sword, we created.
Wait, where's the part?
As a company,
I had
like
it.
Us, too big to be indie, and too small to be truly AAA. We had to tell our team that we were facing annihilation, and so we had to find another way.
We split our team of 100 people into several smaller.
So they had to find another way. Microsoft didn't save them yet. They realized that they had to do something else, and look here what they did. This is the development of Hellblade 1.
Teams which work mostly on work-for-hire projects. These projects help to fund our own original game, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Our goal was to find a space between indie and AAA and to reclaim our creative independence. It took 3 years, a team of 20 people, and a budget of $10 million, including marketing, but we did it.
Frog, they said that it took them, how many years? 3 years, 20 people, and a budget. Scoped.
$1 million, including marketing.
How much was that?
Indie and AAA, and to reclaim our creative independence. It took 3 years, a team of 20 people, and a budget of $10 million, including marketing, but we did it.
They did it, and they made Hellblade 1, put it on PlayStation, and made all their money back. And that put them back on the map.
With your support, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has sold way beyond our expectations. And that success even gave us the opportunity to give over...
Incredible. Incredible. 3 years, though. It's been over just about 6 or 7 for Hellblade 2. And look how they left us at the end. Let's see what they say.
Than we've ever dared to really fast.
What does that mean for you, our fans?
So much in the past.
Let's see what they said at the end.
What does that mean for you, our fans? Well, from here on out, it does mean that our experiences will be focused on the Microsoft platforms. We recognize that this will disappoint many of you, and that's not something that we take lightly. We're now gearing up to bring you many more games which, just like Hellblade, will be ambitious, creatively different and unique in their own way. You've supported us on our journey so far, and we hope whichever platform you're on, you'll be with us as we open this exciting new chapter in the Ninja Theory story. Microsoft.
Opportunity for us to jump years ahead.
There it is.
And extremely limited resources.
And talk to them one-on-one to see for ourselves, so we did.
Hellblade was created with a small team of just 20 people and extremely limited resources. Imagine what we can now achieve with our whole team of 100 people, backed by Microsoft, focused purely on Ninja Theory's vision.
I'm now convinced that this is an opportunity for us to jump years ahead, to aim higher than we've ever dared to really fly, without the threat of falling down that has held us back so much in the past.
What does that mean for you, our fans?
Hey, sounds like bigger and better to me. 7 years later. Same size. Well, I hope it's better ambitious, dude, because they, this Microsoft money was really supposed to support 100 people. They said they're working double of the team, double. Yeah, if you go now to, where's the other part? It was interesting because I was following this and I forgot about that video there. And then I was like, oh, let me listen to this again. Hellblade 2 development. Where is that? Because they have tons of videos on Hellblade 2 development. Where's the is their vacation pictures? And then where's the one where they do not the developer direct? What was the one? It was
Today is a huge day for...
Hold on, I got it here. It was when they first behind the theater. What was that? Where's the sound coming from? Oh my god, she's alive. I'm excited for Hellblade too. But it's just interesting. It's like, you know, why wouldn't you expect bigger and better on that stuff? That's what the whole point of this whole Microsoft consolidation buying studios is, right? They split up a team and 20 people, and now imagine what they can do now. Just imagine. Goddamn, get your inner Bonnie out there. Just imagine All talk. Imagine all the things that we could see. There it is. And then this followed up with this.
With a 20-person team, Hellblade proved that smaller, focused teams can deliver impactful games whilst delivering breakthrough technology. And this is a philosophy that we're rolling out across the entire studio. And the teams on all of these new projects combined will still be smaller than that of a single typical AAA game.
Each game will attempt entirely new experiences that push art, design and technology into new areas. And each one will help lift the potential of the whole under one development umbrella. What we are building is a new model for development, which we call Dreadnought. And just as we did with Hellblade, we want you to join us for the whole development journey, come what may.
The Dreadnought Diaries.
Creative risks. And we have a new calling, to be different, to take more creative risks, and help inspire others to do the same. So here are the new projects that will define us for the next few years, starting with the sequel to Hellblade.
Yeah, we saw this video. That was fake.
Personal insights into psychosis.
There we go.
This sequel builds on that to show how madness and suffering shapes myths, gods, and religion. Our goal is to make an experience comparable to the epic myths and sagas of old. The team will be about twice the size of Hellblade's team, still very small by AAA standards, but aims to prove that small teams can achieve great things using procedural technologies and smart tools.
All
this
those
next
tools.
project is the Insight project.
There you go. Double the size using smart tools. Then he had Project, and then remember this one, Project Mara. Where'd this go? All we got out of them so far is Bleeding Edge.
Project Mara will be a real-world and grounded representation of true mental terror. It'll be based heavily on research, interviews, and first-hand accounts to recreate the horrors of the mind as accurately and believably as possible. At the heart of it is the character that drives it. The game only features one character and one location. It is an experimental project and a showcase of what could become a new, immersive storytelling medium.
Being part of Xbox Game Studios puts us in a privileged position. We're 120 people, we've wrapped up all of our work for hire commitments, and we're about to launch Bleeding Edge. And now we get
Stillness.
Redfall got a lot of hate. It's not a bad game. It's, you know, a AA game at best. I would look at it like at a 7, maybe. You know,
the design and direct.
Nice. Anyway, they're just about to release Bleeding Edge. Oh man, on the edge of glory. Oh man, not good news. And they canceled that support less than a year after that. So they can make nice videos. That's all I could say. So let's see what Hellblade 2 is about. Comes out in a few months. But I just thought that was very interesting. It's like all this talk was like, yeah, they're double the size, they're growing, the Microsoft backing and support. And the guy comes out, it's like, it's a shorter experience. I'm like, oh, all right, well, we'll see. And the combat's changed. We'll see. We haven't seen that either. And again, the game, I feel, is not being shown enough of the things that people want to see, of why this is bigger and better, and how Microsoft made it bigger and better with their support and their purchase of Ninja Theory. And this all goes to the consolidation. Where is the benefits for us as gamers that Microsoft is buying and consolidating all these companies? Same thing goes for Sony too. You know, is Bungie better under under Sony? You know, these acquisitions seem that's all we used to talk about for the last couple of years, but we have yet to really see the results. The only one has been Insomniac. the movie stars. That has been huge. But the rest, like, still, we're Concord, we're still wondering where these purchases have gone. Nothing beats a Film Nest interview on the beach. That's right. That's a classic Grindhouse. But those are just interesting videos. Like, I just feel that, I don't like when people turn around. It's like, because that happened a lot too with the showcases and stuff. It's like, well, that's your fault. You went in there with high expectations, and it's like, you know what? Nah, man. Like, stop. Just stop. Like, I understand if you go in there, it's like, oh, they're gonna buy this and do that. But like, if you're excited about something, or especially if the marketing is kind of leading you that way, why lower your expectations? Going, oh no, it's not going to be bigger and better than the first one. What makes you think that? I don't know. But then leading into and I don't know if we'll do. Where's that other thing here? Because I got the last one here. Frogs, you there still? The frogs go. Frog is still there. He's just on mute. Frog, we're gonna go into the state of play. Everybody wants to hear about the state of play. Let's talk about some good games.
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that little the Xbox history thing. I'd rather go into the state of play stuff. I want to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
On there. So what has come out of the state of play is that so it's going to be 40 minutes. Where is it? I have the blog. Oh no, what happened? My thing disconnected.
40 minutes and 15 plus games.
Yes, Herman Holtz. Quality splits.
Interesting.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to get the page up.
This is probably Sony's PlayStation's biggest event in the last 2 years.
Oh man, you're going there with that. You think that this is their biggest event?
I'd say this is their biggest thing in the last 2 years. We haven't really had any kind of anything significant this big where they're like, hey, 40 minutes, which is not a lot of time, but 15 plus games. They have to show this right. They have to show it in a way, and they have to show stuff that we can see stuff that we've seen before, but we have to see it in a way that really entices us to say, I see why they waited to show us this. It can't be like Avowed. It can't be like Indiana Jones. It has to be significant enough. And I do expect maybe one or two surprises that we don't know about. It would be nice and speculative. It would be nice for Blue Point to see what Blue Point's working on. It'd be nice for Sony to see what Sony Santa Monica's working on, even if it's just a teaser and not full gameplay. Just announce it. I think that this is going to be their.
You think they're going to go that far with that stuff? Because right now the headliners they have here are Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin. They're confirming, which is awesome because Stellar Blade was in that video that they showed in the beginning with a year of this year slated. So now,
well, here's what I'll say to this. Here's what I'm going to say, Jazz. Perception is everything. Microsoft just did their show, and they showed 4 or 5 games, and people were excited about that. So if people aren't excited for 40 minutes of 15 plus games, I don't know what to tell you. I absolutely, when they said it's confirmed, 40 minutes, 15 plus games.
Well,
how can you not be more excited for this?
Did you see the surprise?
Amount of games.
Did you see the surprise?
What
Apparently, Hideo Kojima tweeted it out. Do you think we see Death Stranding 2 at this show?
We do. Yes, we do.
Hideo seemed all over this. Good friend of Jeff Keighley.
We definitely do.
Hideo Kojima tweeted it out. He had something. He said, he didn't say anything, but he's like, state of play.
We definitely do. And whenever he announces a launch date and it's in the store, it's on my wish list.
Death Stranding 2, baby.
Death Stranding 2 is a day one. I love the first game. And I'm not a Kojima fan, but I think Death Stranding was
good.
Different.
It's good. I didn't finish it, but I have to finish it. But man, God, I'm almost near the end of it. It is friggin' awesome.
That game. I think that game is it was so uniquely different than anything I've ever played. And that I definitely think it'll go down in history books as one of the most unique games ever made.
And taking the feedback and of what it is, I'm wondering if this one definitely is like a little more action. Since we were kind of the first one was sort of like what's going on, like the growing into what the situation is. I think now with the second one, I don't want to do any spoilers because I didn't spoil it myself. But I'm thinking, now that we kind of know what this deal is and what's everything going on, maybe there's he could open up more. There's less kind of secretive, like everything going on.
I tell everybody the same thing with this game. How you play Death Stranding is, if you're going to play Death Stranding, you put your headphones on. You absolutely go to a place where nobody can bother you, and you know you're not going to be bothered, and that's how you play the game. You have to play it like that because
you guys zone
this
out.
game requires you to pay attention.
I thought the integration of music was incredible, like what they did.
The music
that was so cool.
Absolutely amazing.
It hit like right at the right spots and stuff. So hey man, if that's part of the thing, so like if they have 15 games, Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin, which are two of them that people want. The actual email came, the post came from Herman Holst. He came off of his yacht, 3 chest hairs out, 3 buttons undone. And he wrote this.
Hanging out. Okay.
Yep. He was all ready. True Virgil was there, hanging low. And then he said, "Hi, everybody." He said, 2024 has just begun for our very first state of play. The broadcast will be over 40 minutes long and feature guest appearances from some of the most talented minds in gaming. Guest appearances of the talented minds in gaming. I think that's Kojima he's referring to there. Among other updates, we'll feature extended looks at Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, 2 great games coming to PS5 this year, and we'll give you a new look at other titles coming to PS5 and PSVR 2, which there was a rumor about Metro VR might be one of the games, a Metro game that's in VR.
Interesting.
And another game, people were rumoring that it was Judas is another one, and that's supposedly the first game from Ken Levine's studio when Ken Levine is there. I don't know if it's a VR game. I think it's a shooter from what I heard. And then so the state of play is on Wednesday, January 31st at 2 p.m. 5 Eastern Standard Time. And let me see. I think that was it. But from the rumor, like it seemed like people saw rumor this right before that. Some of the people are right about the date.
So,
what do you think?
If I had to give an opinion about this, it can't be. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And we're doing comparisons. We're doing competition. It can't be any worse than what Xbox has showed.
Well, they're not going to have developers. Well, I don't think they'll have developers walking in slow motion or driving mopeds or driving little bicycles in the hallway or doing cartwheels in slow-mo in the hallway and smiling. I don't know. I don't think they don't do that. They just show the games and maybe have Hideo stand in front of his game, like enjoy the game. It
should absolutely deliver when they show what they show. They should deliver. The only way that this doesn't, bode well is really bad pacing, or if they start showing things like Foam Stars. We don't need Foam Stars is going to fail. We already know it's going to fail. They don't need to show stuff like that. They need to show things that are coming in the future, or things that are because how I look at it, what Microsoft showed that's coming this year that we know of is nothing to really be like, oh my God, Xbox is going to blow it away this year. They showed me nothing that totally excited me to say I gotta pull the Series X out and buy XYZ games. There's no way they fumble this unless they just absolutely show us the same stuff we know about in a worse way. I don't see them doing that. Whether it's multi-plat or not, I think that everything they show us is coming, I would say, between this year and the beginning of next year, because they know they need to show this stuff before Grand Theft Auto comes out. So Sony's PlayStation Studios and their development team and how they market stuff, they're pretty smart about marketing stuff. So I think everything we see this Wednesday is going to absolutely be stunning. But I'm trying to maintain a composure of I expect this show to be a 7. I expect it to be a 7. If it goes beyond that, great. Microsoft showed when they said this is what we're showing, I absolutely expected their show to be a 4, and it delivered. It was a 4. It delivered what it. So I expect this show to be a 7. I can't see how they on a scale of 1 to 10, I don't see how they get below a 10 with 15 games in 40 minutes when they're showing 3 times the amounts of games. Unless every game they show is like a Foam Star game, I can't see them just it being a worse show than the Xbox show.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
Well, the Xbox show for me was it's a different show. It's a developer direct. It's a behind the scenes of what they announced. this is a state of play. This is showing. This is what they do. They don't do like a developer direct, or they'll do something at the end of talk about studio or something like that. For me, I'm going to go in this with just a bit of caution because, these state of plays haven't really been the thing. And, whatever the showcase was, that really wasn't what the showcase was expected to be. I would say going into here, I'm interested to see more of Stellar Blade, of course. Rise of the Ronin looks interesting for that one. I think, rumors that maybe Concord might be in there. We need to see gameplay of this stuff. But really, I feel like the state of play, one of the things that I found interesting was, where was it here? There. It's the last sentence here. It says, we'll give you a new look at other titles coming to PS5, PSVR 2 in 2024 and beyond on that, which I thought is interesting, is that they're using now to show beyond 2024. So this is not necessarily, the state of plays usually were very confined. Like they were kind of like, hey, this will come in the next couple of months. So this is a game, we're highlighting a game that's coming out next month, which it seems like to be doing that. But it's interesting is that they got and beyond. So that means that they're going to show some games that will be coming out next year, which that might be something from their first party studios, because they may not have something from their first party coming this year. Maybe something coming out this way. And so maybe they show Concord gameplay, and maybe there's a slick announcement for something next year, or it may be Death Stranding 2 that comes out. But I just thought it's interesting that they say beyond. So it's not just confined to 2024 show, which is interesting because we may get some insight into what their first party is working on. And you know what, Frog? Now I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm getting myself excited about it. Pause on that one. And I'm thinking about the same thing like what you said is they need this. This is kind of their due, right? Yeah, you're feeling like, hey, this is 2024. This is the start of phase 2. If this rumored PlayStation Pro is coming later in the year, you need to start getting the lineup ready for what that's going to have and what that's going to do. And Herman Holst starting the show by saying, Big Razzo says Herman Holst is going to be like, he's going to start the show by going, hello, ladies. He's going to come out like, what's his name? Like Val Venus. Hello, ladies. He's going to have the towel on. He's like, let me take off my towel. Goddamn. Oh, God, we'll call him Herman Venus. Oh, my goodness. Herman Holst. Herman Venus. He come out like, hello, ladies. But hey, I think you're right, bro. I think I'll lean more towards what you're saying, because I do think that this may be their due. And I think the fact that they're highlighting 2 big AAAs, they're not going, oh, this is what's coming, indie showcase or a third party showcase. They're not saying any of that stuff. They're saying that they're going to be 40 minutes, which is long. Usually these are around what, 20 minutes or so, right? Grind is in the chat. Aren't these usually like 20 minutes? Right? 23 minutes? Yeah, so this is like double. 40 minutes covering 15 games, including Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, which are 2 big ones that are coming out exclusively for them, and highlighting VR 2. I think this is good. I think this is the big one. I think this is pretty big. Herman Holst is all over this, and Herman doesn't put his name. That's a seal of quality right there. So, Herman, if this is not quality, you may have to close up those splits. But I'm thinking this may be, usually around 15, 20 minutes. Enrique says that, and I rate. So, yeah, no talkie now. Stella Cheeks. And it says some, extended looks at Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin. So, I think we've seen a lot of Stellar Blade, but, more of it. Maybe a release date. Frog, how many you think we do get a release date to Stellar Blade? You think there's a release date for Stellar Blade? Because they did say they're slated for this year, but didn't have a date though. Do you think we get one?
A release window, not a release date.
Oh, release window. Rise of the Ronin, we have a release date for. So Stellar Blade will be one that we're looking for a release date for, and some whatever VR2 games that they have some first party ones. It says over 40 minutes long, guest appearances. So maybe you're right, Ken Levine, which was rumored. You know, maybe he comes out with the Judas, which I have no clue. Maybe some elements of Bioshock they're saying, first person. And then, hey, thanks for subscribing, Hero Down Under. Thank you for enjoying the grind. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Let's see if we get those likes up, everybody.
Well, they had me interested in the beginning of this year for what PlayStation's coming out with exclusive, but
yeah,
they really gotta. I want to see what's coming out toward the end of the year, and then into
You're
next,
right.
beginning of next year.
You're
Before
right.
Grand Theft Auto 6, I want to see what's coming out.
You're right. And then we'll compare the shows there. Like, yeah. But I think, you know, the thing is, too, is when you're thinking about it, is that, you know, when you think about what they have already that we know of, it's not bad at all. Like, you know, the fact that Grand Blue Fantasy is an exclusive, and that's, you know, and it runs as well as it does. And I don't know if that's because they targeted the PlayStation first, but it has all the, you know, all the vibrations and all the other stuff there, and it's smooth as can butter. Like, it's not all janky or glitchy. And you know, that's there as you know, as an exclusive, in addition to, you know, Hellblade and things like that. Like, people are like, well, where's that first party stuff? And I agree. I want to hear it. I want to see what it is. But it's not like they don't have a lineup. Like, they have I think they have a better lineup than Microsoft does. And people are like, what are you talking about? And it's Microsoft. We really don't even know when those games are coming out, even after the developer direct. They just said 2024, and, you know, all we had a Hellblade 2 release date. That's it. The next game coming from Xbox is in May. No Stalker 2. Stalker 2, I think, is coming out later. That wasn't even on the show. But, like, Stalker 2, oh, man, Josh thinks they might drop a Final Fantasy 7 demo. Oh, man, Rebirth? I don't even know if they need to do that. The demo's coming. Silent Hill 2, Frog, that might be there as well. Poof. Man.
Would be interesting.
Phantom Blade 0, maybe a demo of Final Fantasy. Some people say, yeah, granted, what do you think is going to be there? That was from the rumor. They said Silent Hill 2 possibly there as well. Yeah, there's no killing blow. That therapy, there isn't. It's just, I want to know what that first party's working on in addition to all this other goods that we're getting. I guess we're very greedy, you know, in the sense. Like, people are like, look at all these games that they want, like Silent Hill, which was announced a couple things ago, maybe, you know, Hellblade demo. Oh, man. I don't know if that needs a demo. A Sony London co-op game, people are saying. Oh, man. There was even rumors, too, about God of War, more DLC for God of War. Siphon Filter, maybe some classic stuff that they remember. I don't know. It's 15 plus games, so that's a lot.
Excited for brand new stuff. Maybe one new IP we don't know about, but
I think so. Yeah.
I think they just show us stuff that's coming, but I wouldn't get too excited for like a SOCOMs or a Siphon Filter or anything like that. Just stuff that we may not know about, and they're just like, maybe they show us more about what Bungie's doing, and I don't think it's nothing like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, do you think we see anything from Marathon?
No,
because they're coming in. Or you know what? Do you think they'll show something for I think they'll show Destiny.
I think
something from Destiny
stuff,
because that's coming. Yeah. That's in the same window. Because I was just think, because they'll probably show something for Destiny.
Definitely Destiny stuff.
Ugh,
smart.
It's the end of it. It's over after this.
It's the end of it. Yeah, they need to really.
It's the end.
Get people excited.
Yeah. I don't know. I stopped. I don't know. I keep falling into that trap of that Destiny. Buying that stuff and playing.
Destiny, but man,
it gets so.
I need something new.
I played for a day or two, and
I love their gunplay. I love their gameplay, but I
just want to do something else with it. I want to do something else with it. I don't want to keep shooting the same ass shit.
Give me an incentive to keep playing.
Yeah, I don't know. Not SOCOM, dude. No, I don't think so. But I think, it's going to be VR2 and PS5. I think there's definitely going to be some hokey dokey stuff part of the 15. So it's not going to be like 15 bangers. So we'll keep our things there, like expectations there. Like, I'm sure there'll be some kind of like some eye rolls in that stuff. But Sea of Thieves, Starfield, oh man, no way. Dude, that's a good question. All right, Grinder, let's answer the question. Will there be a Microsoft game announced coming to PlayStation during this show? Say yes or no in the chat. Will somebody just tease Sea of Thieves, They just added. I'll tease it a little bit. They just added DualSense support for Hi-Fi Rush on PC.
If anything, it'd be only game I can see them announce is Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. That's what you think. Even though that wasn't even rumored to go to PlayStation. Well, at first it was Switch. Then they added PlayStation in the end. Somebody said that too.
Jez, you ever notice something? That whenever there's a rumor of a game going multiplayer, they always talk about it going to Nintendo's platform, but not PlayStation.
Well, yeah, because PlayStation's direct competitor. But somebody brought it up in the chat, and I was just asking. So somebody, let's see.
Or didn't sell on the Switch, and people are like so worried about it coming to PlayStation.
I really don't care. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like games like Ori didn't sell on the
that's
Switch.
If you want to ruin this show.
And people were happy that it only came to Switch and not to PlayStation. How do you not want such a good game to do better? When a game is good, you want more people to be in more people's hands. PlayStation doesn't have a problem. PlayStation doesn't have a problem when they have a good game and it's selling well. Microsoft can have a good game and it's still sell well because they push service.
Yeah, so you don't think consensus looks like no. People say consumptive souls. I would laugh. A lot of people say no, bro.
I don't think so, but I don't think so, but if we do get anything, it's Hi-Fi Rush. That's it.
Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, I say no. I was like, if you want to ruin the show, like why announce somebody else's stuff on there? And I think that will just be kind of like digging the nail in there. And I don't think Microsoft wants that too.
Jez,
I just think they just leave it.
If it does happen,
it's gonna be funny.
If any game that is on Xbox has been primarily touted as an Xbox exclusive is shown on this show, best believe wholeheartedly they're going multiplayer.
Oh, it's picking and rioting time, dude. They're gonna be, dude. They're banging on Phil Spencer's dog, man. Toolman, say the demo's really cool. I did 2 grinds up. I told you, go play that Grand Blue, man. I gotta go play it.
Microsoft at no point has said they're not going third party. They've not denied the rumor. So if they show any game that's associated with them at this show, that's best believe they're going multi-plat. It's going to be definitive. It's going to happen.
Dude, you know what's crazy is like a lot of people have been like corroborating the whole story, just like, oh, it's happening. It's like it's gonna happen. It's definitely, it's not when, it's not an if, it's when it's gonna happen. And it's just so funny. But man, if that does happen, you're right, Frog. If it is that transparent and they kind of bring that up during a Sony showcase, and it's like, hey, here's our thing, then there's no hiding it. And then you get the real Silent Hill sirens get played. It's like, holy crap, dude, they're gonna be picketing and knocking on Phil Spencer's door after that one. Like, how dare they show oh man, it would be entertaining, but I wouldn't damage the show by showing some old ass shit. Who the hell wants that old ass stuff? And again, Hi-Fi Rush was a decent game, but oh my god, like who cares? Nobody's like crying Phil Spencer to get that game. Like nobody's like screaming, I gotta play this game.
It's in the name. Yeah, it's the Xbox.
Nobody's going crazy. Like, oh my god, this is the lifetime. I gotta play this game too. Like it was okay. Yeah. Like come on, who cares if it goes anywhere? People like are holding on to Hi-Fi Rush like it was like it was a Halo. Like come on, let's be realistic, dude. It was a decent game. Shadow drop. That's what they thought of it. You know, they gave it the love that they thought. Just drop it after a show. That'll be nice. You know, they didn't give it any marketing or anything, so there's their confidence. The game was all right. Like, it was fine, but, like, I don't think anybody's clamoring and knocking down Microsoft's headquarters door to go play it. Like, it is what it is. No. Go play Grand Blue. Dude, like, if that game, like, the fact that Sony I got that game and put that game on there, like, that's crazy, dude. And man, the quality of that friggin' game. Holy crap. Like, that's a game. And that's a game that they need, too. Those kind of JRPG type games. Those are the things they miss out on. Where's Phil's visit to Japan to go get Grand Blue Fantasy? Wherever the hell he was going. But that is a quality-ass game. And that just goes up. Yeah, that's just another one. Like, just crazy. I'm gonna play it because I can't wait to play that. But you know, I think I'm just gonna keep an open mind, watch it, not gonna get too crazy about it, because you know, if they given their history, given what they have done, these tend to be not the big showcases that we like, these kind of be like what it is. But thinking about it, like what Frog was saying, I could see, I could see that this is the time. This is the second wave we've been looking for. Maybe not just labeling this as a first party showcase or something like that and just being kind of coy with it, just being like Stellar Blade, games that Rise of the Ronin, but it's going to be 40 minutes and 15 games. Maybe they are deceiving us a little bit. Herman is doing a little bit of quality split behind the scenes and just really not trying to say, yeah, first party's going to be there. We'll have some special guests there, on that one. But I said, it's now and in March that they're going to really need to kind of keep doing these. I think we need more of a cadence for this stuff. And the other thing too is that I don't know. I'm torn in the whole sense. Like they announce it 2 days before it shows up. But I think from the rumors, I think what they were saying is Silent Hill, that Ken Levine game, Death Stranding, Rise of the Ronin, Stellar Blade, some VR games like that Metro game. So we're kind of getting there around like the 7 games or so, and then we'll see what the other ones are. But it was confirmed, it's announced, it's coming on Wednesday. Herman Holtz is behind it, is their first state of play of the year. I wish there was a little bit more cadence to it. Like, hey, do we get one every three months or something along those? Oh my God. Dude, Frog, they're not stopping. Niku in the chat's a special guest is Phil Spencer with Xbox exclusives. Oh my God.
Philness.
Oh man.
Okay, so maybe still exclusive though. The game is available on so many different places where people can go play. Okay, so maybe still exclusive though. The game is available on so many different places where people can go play.
Is that what he's Oh man.
Oh no! We suck again!
Is that what he's gonna come up there and say? Oh man. It's their 30th anniversary year, Josh says. Oh man. Well, hey, I'm gonna say, is anybody have let me see. Frog, any other predictions or anything for the Sony showcase?
Not that I can think of.
All right.
I think it's going to be a lot of wait and see. I don't think anything is going to be super unique or special.
Yeah,
we have to wait and see.
We're gonna wait and see, man. I think that I'm excited. I think it's definitely going to give us some great games to look at. But there's great games coming, great games out already. So roadmaps here. Like, I'm interested in see what the Beyond is. I don't know, like if they're going to announce games for next year. That's going to be a tease. Maybe it's Corey Balrog's game. Maybe it's something from one of their first party studios that, maybe it's Ghost of Tsushima too. If that's what they're going to tease, if it's something for next year. Because I think it's pretty interesting that you open up in January or February, since it's the last day of January, it's the end of January, right? The last day of January, and announce something beyond 2024. Like, what do you think? I think that's kind of interesting. It's like, why would you start the year announcing something coming early next year? You kind of like start the year in January with like, hey, here's the stuff that's all coming this year and beyond. So I think that's a tease for something that their first party's working on. I think that we're going to get one tease for something that they're working on, because I'm interested in what that beyond is. Because that's something kind of what I've been asking for, looking forward to. Can that be, what one of their first party studios is working on that we don't know? I don't know. Maybe it's Wolverine. Who knows? Like maybe they're ready to show some Wolverine. But I just think it's kind of interesting. That's my take. I just feel it's kind of interesting to come out on January 2024 and say, and something from Beyond. Like you kind of do the Beyond like halfway through the year. Like in June, you're like, okay, this is coming next year. Kind of don't start. Like GTA did it, but obviously GTA did announce it for 2 years from now. But Concord Fair Games, those were supposedly for this year. So that's not Beyond. So I don't know. What can the Beyond be? It could be anything. It could be a third party game. It could be, Capcom Pragmata. Who the hell knows? But it is. That's how I feel. I don't know. Do you guys feel the same way? Like, that's how I feel. I feel like You come out the last day of the January 2024 and Elder Scrolls Online DLC. Oh, damn. You know, that's just my deal. I was just thinking, I was like, and beyond, because I saw that.
I think that PlayStation is very calculated. They watched Microsoft show, they saw what they did, and they're like, okay, we can beat that. There's no way we can't. We're outselling them. We can easily beat their show.
Oh, there you go.
They're calculated.
Khalib Kaiser says Death Stranding 2 is a 2025 game. So, yeah, if Kojima's there, then there's your Beyond, if that's coming out next year. But then, but like what Frog said earlier, like, what do they have later this year? Like, is it Fair Games? Is it Concord? Like, is it these service games? Like, I feel like, too, you know, that, I was listening to Kind of Funny, and they're like, it's kind of weird how they kind of stack them. And I agree. Like, they kind of showed Concord, they announced Concord and Fair Games in the same show. And I'm kind of like stacking these kind of games, these first-person service gas games or whatever they are. The rumor is that Concord is based somewhat inspired by the Guardians of the Galaxy, which, okay, fine. But what does that mean? You know, does that mean it has humor? Does that mean forced humor? Does that mean it has, you know, crazy space combat and all bright lights? I don't know. Some crazy 60s, 70s music. And it, I don't know, you know, but it could be Death Stranding too. But like, what do they have? Like what Frogs are saying, what do they have later this year? Like that's the thing. Like, what do they have for the second half? Now they'll probably have some sort of showcase or something in the summer. So, you know, they could tease a title of it now, announce it, and then show gameplay of it later this year, and then prep for early next year. But I don't know. Final Shape will be that. I think Destiny was definitely one of the 15 games. Definitely, they're gonna show the Final Shape because that's the end. Then it's coming out in the next few months. Summer is already coming out in summertime. The new Uncharted game, Kena 2. Oh damn, Kena 2. Yeah, where's that? Kena was great. I loved Kena. Kena was great. That was a great game. Oh, Chia was good too. I like Chia. That was a really cool indie game.
Hopefully we don't see a lot of indies. Hopefully we see some
I
bigger projects that are coming.
know. I like the indies to be their own kind of like a tweet or some show. Like, I don't like when they take these showcases and they're like, we have 20 minutes and like, and usually the problem is those indie games, they have a lot to show. Like, they show like so much of it. Like the big games, we get to see like a little swipe and a trailer or like a face or something like that. The ones we want to see. And then all of a sudden, here comes the indie game and it's like, you know, it's all this like all these little games and they spend like 20 minutes and then you got you know, and then we have you know, I'm sitting there like, oh goodness, and you channel your inner you know, your inner like, oh, enough.
Stop! Enough!
On their little gaga, my little baby little Fisher Price plastic toy.
And their little
and their killer games.
You know.
Oh yeah, it's the little Animal Crossing.
You do your little yeah, you know. You're just like watching that stuff. It's like, I want to see the big games, everybody, and like going on.
The little Animal Crossing. On their little gaga.
Stop! Enough!
Mr. Yellow Chair.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, just to kind of be like some, you know, the bonus round of topics. Did you see Mr. Yellow Chair get called out?
Mr. Yellow Chair.
Where's that? I saw that happen. What was that thing? Did I even save it? I don't think I did waste my time with it, but it was just interesting where he was giving excuses. Oh, you know, one thing I did want to do that's not on the board here. Was okay, we get it. Ariel Cox does, we get it on that one. This thing popped up right before the show. The whole App Store and the Microsoft thing. It said that, you know, Apple's new App Store rules is a step in the wrong direction, and they had Tim Sweeney from Epic, Spotify came after Apple, and then also Sarah Bond came after Apple as well, critiquing about Apple's policy, because remember there was the statement in the EU. Here's Sarah Bond's come back. I don't know why it goes there to the side there. So you know, jumping off of the Spotify and Tim Sweeney's thing. So apparently with they don't like it because Apple's new policy affects Microsoft's position in trying to open up a market, a store market here. And in the article here, the problem is that if you remember back when they were trying to buy Activision, they were like, well, we're going to have King. King is the most important thing, the mobile strategy. Even Satya was like, we shouldn't have closed Windows Phone down. And now, we're going to open up a new store powered by Activision games from King and Candy Crush and Call of Duty Mobile, which, not Call of Duty Mobile, because they got shut that down, but like Call of Duty and Candy Crush. And we're going to open up a store. And now with this new EU and the Epic thing going back and forth, Apple will allow us to put a store on iOS, and we can put our store there. And everybody was happy. Well, apparently the Apple came up with a Apple-ness. Or Tim Cookness. He Cookness, everybody. And they came up with this core technology fee. They're like, okay, you know what? You want to play hardball? Touche. Oh, you want to put a store in our store? Okay. If you want to open up a third-party app store, fine, in the EU. But we're going to require developers using that store to pay 50 cents each annual app install after 1 million downloads. So if you are big cheese, you're selling a lot, you're going to pay 50 cents for every additional. So Apple finessed them. They go, okay, you're going to put a store in there, but because it's our store and our platform and our device, we're going to make sure that we're going to get, if you decide to get big, we're going to get a piece of that pie. And Microsoft doesn't like that. Because if you're talking about it, guess what Microsoft bought? A game that will sell over 1 million downloads in Candy Crush. So, oops, Microsoft, you get screwed. Now you go put an app store in there. You bought the big cheeses. Well, those big cheeses are going to cost you money, and Apple wants a piece of it. So now they're flopping around, screaming about, saying this is bad. And I think it's funny that Tim Sweeney has the balls to talk about egregious practices with storefronts. When that dopey bastard created a whole Epic store against Steam, why isn't Fortnite in Steam, clown? Tim Sweeney, you got a lot to say, but you basically pot call kettle black. You do the same thing with your Epic store. So what the hell are you talking about? You make your little games and they goo goo gagas, they all stay in your thing, right? You have no problem. Why don't put them on Steam? Tim Sweeney, you made your own store. Microsoft, you didn't want to put your games on Steam or Epic Store. You want them to come to the Windows Store, the Stutter and Satya store. Right? You want them to come to Stutter and Satya Central.
Everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud and community.
Oh no! We suck again!
So therefore, yet again, after all this hubba bubba, it's about King, it's about the mobile strategy, Apple took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers, opened up wide, and gave them a slap right across the face. Game over. That's what they did. So all that ambition it's about King, $7 billion later, I told you, this is the problem that Microsoft has. They spent so much money on content for so fast, they got to figure out where to sell it. I said it's like product. They got all this product. They're like, we need it. We got to distribute this. We got to get this stuff out. We need to make our money back. The problem is that you do not have anything that you own to get this money back full force. You don't have anything. You got to depend on Apple, on Google, on Nintendo, on PlayStation, on Steam. You got to depend on your competition to sell your product. And all that competition still views you as competition. They all want a piece of the pie. So you could sell all those Starfield copies on Steam. Well, guess what? 30% is going right back into big Dave Gould's pocket for every one of you sell. So you spent all that money, all that time on developing Starfield. You spent $7 billion to own it, to make it exclusive, to sell it on your competition and give them a cut. You can't sell it and get it back to you. Then you convinced everybody to get it in a subscription. Well, if those subscriptions are not growing, then where do you put your product? I put it in Game Pass. Our subscriptions don't grow. They're stagnant. I put it on Steam. I got to give Gabe Newell a cut. I put it in our Xbox store. Only the people that get it in Game Pass that are not growing are getting it there. Where do you put your games to sell? Now, I have all this big mobile thing. I got Candy Crush sitting there making tons of money. Everything that Candy Crush does, I have to give it to Google. I got to give some to Apple. I got to give some to Google Store. I got to keep giving it to everybody. There's nowhere that I could just put my product that I bought for $7 billion and get my money back twofold. And now that's the situation that they're in. And I always said here, the problem with Microsoft, they're never going to be a leader, because all they're going to be is just there. Because they are depending on all the competition. They could say they're not competition. You could say all you want. You can have Satya go there, stutter his ass off, talking about, well, competition, they're not competition, they're not competition. Dude, it doesn't matter. They view you as competition, and they will not let you get big on their accord. They'll keep you around. They'll make you make your little stuff here and there. But once you sell over 1 million, guess what? We're getting a piece of that. And why wouldn't they? Microsoft does the same thing with Office and all that other trash. They made a choice. They made a good deal. And they did. Microsoft does the same thing with Office, milking it out all over the place. Don't you think Google and Apple sit there going, I wish we had an Office suite that could compete with Office and get in with all the businesses? Google Docs tried to get in with businesses. They did somewhat, but like everybody still uses Office. Don't you think they sit and regret that? I'm sure they do. That was a good Microsoft choice, but that's the only choice. Now you made HoloLens. You were talking about AR before everybody else. Well, you crashed that. Now Apple's going to be talking about AR. Meta has taken over with augmented reality. You sit there and talk about voice-activated Kinects and all that other stuff. Well, Amazon and Google took care of that for you. Cortana, talk to Cortana. No, too late, dude. You had a streaming service with Mixer. You could have competed. You were paying for talent. You could have done something. You shut it down. You had Windows Phone. You had a platform. You had a device. You had Nokia, which you chewed up and spit out. You had hardware. You had the software, and you had an app store. Wouldn't it be nice to put Candy Crush exclusively on Windows Phone right now? Can't do it. You don't have a platform anymore. You were not patient enough to grow these platforms out because you were so quick to shut them down and just say, well, they do it better. Let's go over there. Well, there's a cost to that, and you're going to have to pay the cost. Apple spent tons of money and tons of development to make the storefront what it is and to make their devices. They own the device and they own the store. And because you didn't compete effectively with them, you let them become a monopoly. And now they're going to do whatever the hell they want. Because you don't like it, Spotify. Good. Take Spotify off of Apple phones. See how well you do. You're already shitting up the bed with your goddamn subscriptions. Subscriptions are not holding. They're already losing money so much on subscriptions that they have to increase the prices. People are canceling subscriptions left and right. You think now's the time to say, I'm going to pull my app from the Apple store? You think now's the time? You think like, oh, you know what? Apple, I'm not putting my stuff in your store. I'm going to go away with my Spotify app. Good. See you later. You're the one struggling with subscription services, not us. Tell us how many people cancel your subscription when you pull out of the Apple store and you can't. And not only do you pull out of the store, but then you can't use it on my device. Tell me. Where you going with your Spotify app? Samsung TVs? You created this beast because nobody wanted to compete with them. Nobody wanted to stand neck to neck. So you let them turn into this. And now you're complaining. You won't make me put my app on your store. Why do I got to pay? I don't want to pay. I just want to make my money back because I spent $7 billion, $70 billion on King. I want to make my money back. This is not right. Apple new policy. Hey, you said the argument was Apple can't host third-party stores. Yay, Apple looks like they got their hand. They got it. Hey, Apple, the regulatory's got them. Now we could put our store in there. And Apple's like, yeah, okay. So you won us in court that we could put you could put your stores in there, but argument's done, dude. You want to put your store in there? We're gonna add the core technology fee. Touche. What? That's not fair. Now they're all whining like little crap. Like they're all whining. They're like, what are they doing? They're doing their little what? Thank you. That's what they're doing. They're little goo goo gagas. Right? That's what they're doing right now. They're little goo goo gaga. They're crying now. We beat Apple. That we could put our store in their store. We got them. Apple's like, yeah, sure. You sell something in there, you're going to pay us. Oh, we don't want to do that. Well, what do you think is going to happen, clown? You really think they're just going to open up their storefront, all the infrastructure that they've done with their app store and the quality and all the other stuff, the certification and shit, and then just take your jank-ass Microsoft app store like you have such a great calling because go click on your Windows and go look at the Microsoft store and tell me they have such a great track record that they're going to make a great store front. And they're going to throw that in your Apple store. And you think, what? You're just going to make all this money? Dude, go start a small business. Tell me who you got to pay. You pay all the people indirectly. You think you just you make a cookie business. You sell cookies. You think that you make all that profit? Hey, I sell one cookie. I make all the cookie. No, you got to go pay for the person that gave you the land that never even shows up. The person you're renting from, the building tenant. The gas, the electric, all the people that are indirectly powering your business. You don't do this for free. You don't say, I'm going to start up a cookie store. I'm going to start up a bakery or something like that. And just like, yeah, everything I sell, I make. Nah. What kind of business is this? Exactly. That don't happen. So now they're all crying that Apple implemented this core technology fee, but it basically shoots down their whole, yeah. And I don't know why Sarah Bond is the one criticizing it because she's Xbox hardware. I don't know what the hell she cares about App Store. Well, that's her job. But there, Microsoft Phil Spencer previously discussed the potential for Xbox Mobile Store last year, referencing the EU Digital Markets Act as a huge opportunity for them. Oh, well, opportunity lost. Typical. It's Tim Sweeney, the guy who decides to make his own store and keep his own exclusive walled garden, had comments talking and calling it hot garbage. I would say that's the Epic Store, is he referring to as hot garbage. You're not even making money in your shit-ass Epic Store, and you give games away for free, and still people won't come there to buy a game. So, Tim Sweeney, shove it up your ass. And then Spotify, you know them, extortion, they're calling it. Dude, it's their store. You're gonna set up shop in their store because Spotify is trying to make money on the books that they put in there because they're trying to compete with Audible because they want audiobooks in there because they want to create their own monopoly in audio listening. You got your music, you got your podcast, exclusive podcast. Oh man. Everybody loves exclusives until exclusives bite you in the ass. Right? That's right, Hero Down Under. I take all of those free Epic stores. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Tim Sweeney, for your generosity. Thank you. I'll take it. But what do you think? You set up shop in the Apple Store and you're not going to have to pay them? And you think Apple's going to sit down and, especially Microsoft has the one to say they're the $3 trillion company. They show up and they go, we believe constructive conversations drive change and progress opens towards open platforms and greater competition. Apple's new policy is a step in the wrong direction. We hope they listen to feedback on their proposed plan and work towards a more inclusive future for all. Nobody wants to hear that horse shit from a $3 trillion company. You just surpassed Apple in value. Why do you show up like you're this little indie? Like, I love how Microsoft tries to use themselves as like, I know they suck in everything. Like, they suck.
We suck again.
But I just think it's so funny that they try to come off as like this like, oh, we're just trying to get by. Like, we're just trying to explore new avenues. And you are a $3 trillion company. People could hear you shit from miles away. That's how big you are. You're not sneaking into the back door and robbing the place. You just got a $3 trillion valuation. You think that you could just walk around and go, it's not fair. Come on. You're like talking like you're an upstarter. Like, oh yeah, we would love to put an app store in there. We have a couple of backers on Kickstarter. Dude,
they want people to feel sorry for them.
They do.
That's sad. And I don't understand that mentality. You have all this revenue and the way you make your software, and you want to be looked at as, oh, woe is me, poor me. We had to buy Activision because we can't compete.
Right.
Like, I just don't get these guys. Like, nobody feels sorry for them. Nobody's falling for their BS. Like, we can see the writing wall. Business is business. You don't have to sit there and try to act like you're something you're not. It is what it is.
I know, exactly. It is what it is. Like, you are this huge evaluation, and like, what I don't understand is like, this is, you do you. But the problem is that in order for Microsoft for them to do them, they need to be knocking on the door of all their competition. That's why they can't shut up. Like, people just be like, hey, if that worked out for you, dude, enjoy. Go make your little stuff and just leave us alone. But they can't. They have to knock on that competition's door going, can we hang out here for a little bit because we don't have a store, we don't have hardware, we don't have software, we just have this little dream, and can we build it here? And it's like a house guest that doesn't leave. It's like, why do I want you to leave me alone? I'm doing fine. You do you and leave me alone. And it's like, no, I really need to stay here for the night. It's like the house guest that doesn't leave. It's like, no, man. Yep. You're $3 trillion. Like, exactly. It's like a house that's knocking on your door, frog. And it's like, oh, can I just stay here for the night? And it's like, oh, you know what? Come on in. And then behind him is like a truckload of people going, oh, and they are coming too. It's like, you're a $3 trillion company. You can't just crash for the night. You got 3 trucks of people that are sleeping over too. Like, no, I said yes for you. That's what they're acting like. Oh, we'll just send up Sarah Bond to the door, the weakest link of our business. Sarah Bond, go tweet out at them because you're Xbox. Everybody knows Xbox is the bottom. We'll let the bottom feeder go complain. You go complain to them because you look like, Xbox sucks and this is not fair. You go say that. But meanwhile, you got Satya and crew swimming in $3 trillion of friggin' assets and then money. And he has his underwear lined with friggin' $1,100 bills. Get the hell out of here. Get a hotel. That's right, Josh. But I love them. They're little, like I said before, even if they let them in, okay, Microsoft, you could use our store. If there is an inkling of them they will never overcome Google or Apple because Google and Apple will keep them down. If xCloud does incredible, they will not put that on the storefront. Put it on page 6. They're not going to promote it, especially if it's popular. They're not going to. Unless Google's getting a piece of the money, then they'll promote it. But they're never going to let Microsoft advance beyond them because they see them as competition. Amazon, Google, all of them. They're never going to let them because Microsoft has to do its own thing. But the problem is that Microsoft has decided they're just going to try to milk off of other people's successes. And that's their strategy. And that's what they want to do.
You just made the list.
Shout out to Nassim, 5-month member. He goes, Satya reminds you of Scrooge McDuck. Exactly. $3 trillion company lets us swim in his own money.
Mm-hmm.
But they're never going to do it because they're competition. Same thing with Sony. You want to put your games on there? Sony will make sure that your stuff does not supersede their own stuff, that they're making their money. And that's another reason why, like, when Sony, everybody's like, oh, Sony's going to want a storefront. Sony doesn't want a storefront on PC. They'll just put the product out there and sell the product. Microsoft is the one that wants to create the ecosystem to make all their money back. They want to sell product and make their money back on it. They do not want to give people their money on the products they bought. You spent $7 billion now for Call of Duty. You got to give royalties to Nintendo. Now you what's interesting too, nobody's talking about it, but they have like all those Activision studios. Did anybody knock on their door going, you know what? We got another console to develop for everybody. Did everybody forget that? I was thinking about that. I was like, I was just thinking about it yesterday when they like have Sledgehammer and all them other stuff. I'm like, they all know that they're a Switch developer right now. Did everybody just seem to forget that? Because I feel like that was a lot of hype last year about Call of Duty going to the Switch, and this is a big deal, and and that's a 200 million people that's going to get Call of Duty, and it's like nobody questioned the fact that they let go of a lot of the Call of Duty studios. Meanwhile, they just got another console to develop for. Big thanks to Microsoft's big ass mouth.
Yeah,
their promises to make them look good. They said we're going to put Call of Duty on the Switch, but like remember when they made that deal, nobody ever talked to Treyarch or anybody else like that. Nobody ever asked Activision Studios. Bobby said that. But guess what? They just have took away those people last week, and now those studios have an extra console. They got a PlayStation, they got an Xbox, and they now have a Switch, thanks to Phil Ness. So, dude, I don't like this leeching shit off of them. They act big and tough. They spend their money. They want to own all this shit, but then when it comes to releasing it, they're all like, oh, sorry, like, oh, let us in, please.
Woe is me.
What was me?
Yeah, I get tired of it.
Yeah, 10 year. Josh says 10-year contracts, I think. Microsoft will get dragged regularly. Yeah, 10 years they have to do that. 10 years. When's Nintendo get their Call of Duty? This year? Anybody asking? Do you see Nintendo people on Twitter asking about Call of Duty this year?
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares.
Nobody plays on a Switch.
Exactly. That's why it wasn't a big deal when it was announced, but they made it a big deal, and everybody's like, "Oh, nobody even asked." Even when the deal closed, even when the deal closed, did you see like I can't wait to play Call of Duty on a Switch? Did one person tweet that out? Bowser? Anybody from Nintendo? Nintendo fans? Anybody looking forward to Call of Duty this year? Anybody? Is this the first year? I don't know. Tim Sweeney is a weasel.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah, and what are these regulators thinking? And you know what? Hey, they let them do it. They made it about stupid things. They didn't enforce it. They let Microsoft weasel their way. They got the judge with the kid that worked at Microsoft. How convenient. You find the one judge that has a kid that works at Microsoft. Great job. They got it all taken care of. They got what they wanted, and now they got all this product, and now they're trying to find a way to off it off. They're trying to off it off. They're like, we got to sell. We got all this IP. We got to make our money back. Tim Stewart just shitting bricks right now. He's like, Phil, you got to put games everywhere. Stop putting games other. We got to make our money back. We spent $80 billion of Satya's money. We got to get it back. And Phil's like, but exclusives don't. I don't want to hear exclusives. We got to get the money back. But the problem is that everywhere you put it, they are all getting a piece. So even if you are selling it, you're not getting all your money back. You got to give a piece. So like if you like, oh, put it on Steam, it'll sell there. Every single one that sells on Steam is not 100% back to you. It's 70% and Steam gets 30. That's another thing they complained about. Epic Store does 15, they do 30. Sony wants 30. You put it on a Switch. Switch is going to take money from you too. So everything that you're selling, you're not getting it fully back. So it complicates things in the sense that it's not like they could sell all this product, Frog.
It's just like they can't. And you can also see that they're trying to go digital anyway with the way they're moving and taking stuff out of stores.
It's even worse. Because all these digital storefronts all want to cut. So if you go all digital, all that retailer overhead that you would do, that retailer stuff, that's out. And I think the retail cut was like 10%.
You think GameStop is like, we don't want to,
Yeah.
you know, carry your hardware anymore? You know, nobody's talking about what GameStop and all these other places like. Okay, we're not carrying your software. We're not carrying your hardware. You know, it's been a known thing. Like, if we're not going to carry your hardware, your hardware, we're not carrying your software.
Yeah,
we're not gonna carry hardware just so it can sell digitally. You know, you're not a streaming device that you think you want to be, but you want to be that. You know, and then the unfortunate part about that is you can act like you're that, but you're not that. You're not Netflix. You're not Amazon. You know, they want to be the Netflix, Amazons, the Googles. You know, and they're not, and it's unfortunate. And they just need to understand that they're in a predicament where they have to deliver to a certain consumer base, and if they can't deliver to that consumer base in a way that the consumer base wants it, they unfortunately are going to go the way of the dodo.
Yeah,
it's written on the wall, and they need to understand that.
And like I said, it is so
gaming is different in any medium. Like, it's different.
It is
different. It's different.
But Frog,
for some reason, they keep trying to treat it like it's like they want.
They think we're ignorant. They think that people are just going to be like they're mindless lemmings.
Like, that's why I look at the Neil Druckmanns and all these. Like, you guys want to be producers and movie producers. You want to be in the spotlight and be on Hollywood and be on a big stage. And like, what are you guys doing? You guys make these stories for these video games. Go make movies if you want to do that. Don't take the experience that the gamer has and ruin it by. You know, that's why I look at Kojima and all these guys. I'm like, if you guys want to go make movies, but don't let that
affect the games. Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that they like I said, they want to be rock stars.
But Frog, it takes a lot.
Oh, man, look at this.
It takes a lot of effort and energy to change a consumer's mind, and that the problem, like, even look at like you would just say, oh, Netflix is getting into gaming, we're doomed. It's like, who the hell's playing games on Netflix right now?
Nobody.
Like, exactly.
Nobody.
Like, the thing is
whoever
like,
knows that you can do that? Nobody.
It's just, I see it on the phone. It's like, what is this stupid? Nobody's going to nobody's going to Netflix to play games. They're going to watch movies.
Because when they think of Netflix, they think of movies.
Exactly.
They don't think of games.
Exactly.
You know,
so all that
I
effort,
think of Xbox, I think of
that
games,
threat.
But now you're trying to make me think of services. That is not moving well. That's why you only have
because 20... Xbox was never identified as a service. That was their definition. Xbox was considered the console.
They're having such a problem.
They have a problem with identity. You're right.
Yes, they have a very bad identity problem, and this is the reason why when they talk about Game Pass, people are like, "What is this Game Pass thing? I just want to buy."
Is that Xbox? Xbox is the service. Nope. Is Game Pass the service, or Xbox is the Game Pass? What the problem is that they try to redefine. See you, Weezard. Weezard said he's leaving. He's all right, man. He said enough. He's like, what's enough? But like, you're right. Like, the thing is that it takes a lot of marketing to shift the focus of what you identify it as. If you identify Xbox as, that's why I thought it was so funny when he went on that Blizzard stage and he's just like, Xbox, Blizzard under Xbox. I'm like, what do you mean under Xbox? What are you talking about? You mean Windows Gaming? You mean Microsoft? Like, Microsoft bought Blizzard, Activision King. Xbox didn't buy them. So what do you mean, like, under Xbox? What are you talking about? And if you look at Xbox, you're not even Xbox. You're Windows Gaming. Sarah Bond is Xbox. So you change this all around, and you confuse the hell out of people. Xbox Game Pass. It's just called Game Pass now. Well, what's Xbox then? Mm-hmm. What is Xbox? I don't even know anymore. I don't know. And it's like,
it's in the name. It's the Xbox.
See, that guy says that.
It's in the name. It's the Xbox.
It's called the Xbox, but meanwhile, it means the service. It means the ecosystem.
Yeah.
You're confusing people. And you spent years of branding with all those people to make what the Xbox is. And now you're like, oh, no, but it's the service. It's the this. It's the flamethrower. It's the breakfast cereal. Dude, it's not working. That's why you're not seeing new customers come in, because they hear Xbox and they just think Xbox. That's why PlayStation, Nintendo, they kept their identity. And that's why when they say PlayStation is the core, Nintendo is the core, because they know that's their identity. PlayStation will be defined as PlayStation is a gaming console. It's a gaming device. You could play on PlayStation Network, and that's something else. But PlayStation is the console. Nintendo, you know what Nintendo is. Microsoft says Xbox could be it's the service. It's game bar on a phone. That's an Xbox customer, but then their Windows customer. It's all over the place. What is it? Is it xCloud? They have no identity because they took what they were as Xbox and they tried to use that brand name to throw Microsoft bullshit at it. Like you said, too much Microsoft and my Xbox.
Much, right, and that hurt, and that's hurting them.
They use it as a Trojan horse name.
The person that remembers Xbox, they know the 360. The person that really remembers Xbox, so they're not going to associate Game Pass with Xbox.
That's why they haven't had the uptick
thing. And that's why they're stagnant, and their numbers will just stay declining. Their hardware will stay declining. It's unfortunate that gaming has gotten to the point where, in one sense, developers don't have enough talent, but just do remakes. And I don't mind a remake or a remaster if it's been so old that hey, we really need this. But I think that we've gotten to a point where some of these developers are lazy. They're capitalizing on money.
Well, they're trying to make money anyway, which way they could go. They're trying to and I think the industry definitely, and that's the other thing too. I think this whole industry thing where the industry's in trouble, all this other stuff, I think that's all just hyperbole. I think what they're all trying to do is everybody's trying to look for the quick buck. And the problem is that
everybody wants to be Fortnite.
Everybody, they see Fortnite, they're like, we need that. We need this quick buck. It's like, know what? It doesn't work that way. Maybe for some people it does, but there's no quick way to the finish line. So make something that you believe in, make something that is passionate, you believe in, you put your work into it, you market it, you have confidence in it, you know what the market may want, you support it, and you let people feel like they got something of value. Because that's the thing that I think a lot of people have lost.
People to Xbox
You're right.
360.
Yeah. And I think the problem is the concept of what is value is lost, because I think businesses look at quantity as value, but the customer is looking at what they're paying for and getting is value. And I think the line of value has been muddied so much that it's like, hey, if I just throw a bunch of shit at you, that's valuable, right? It's valuable. You're getting a whole bunch of shit thrown at you. It's like, but it stinks. That's not what I want. I want something that I'm paying you this amount of money, and I feel what I'm getting is the same or even better than what I'm paying for. And that's the problem. Right. It's the value concept that, especially in a world where we are surrounded by overkill of everything. We can't even sit through podcasts now. A lot of people have a 50-minute podcast because people want a short video of 1 minute to tell me what the point is because I got to swipe to the next video. We are in a world of just overconsumption and just minutia and noise and loud. And the problem is that they just want to make more noise just to throw, well, not only do you have millions of songs to listen to, but now here are thousands of games. Woohoo! And it's just like, I don't want this shit. And
you don't
and what I'm going to say, just to finish the point of this, is that a lot of things now is that value and quality stand out now because we are in a time where any person with a phone, any person with a breath, everybody has a camera. There's so much just like just like stupid videos of this, photos of this, videos of somebody snoring. So it's just so stupid shit because everybody has it, that when there's something of quality, it's something that stands out more because it's like, whoa, what's the wow? Like in the noise of all this bullshit that everybody's trying to get me to pay for, this thing actually seems to be worth it. And now it comes out as a beacon of light out of this darkness of just minutia trash. And that's why passion, value, and quality stand out, because people gravitate towards that because they don't want this. Just the world is filled with so much minutia, and that's the problem that they have. And that's what they've done. Like they now Microsoft just wants to be part of the noise. It's like, well, we own everything now. We know Activision. We got all this noise, and it's like, dude, you're everywhere, but you're nowhere. You're everywhere, but you're not growing. You're on everything, but you're not seeing growth. You're on everything. You're going to see growth this year because you're just throwing all your Call of Duty. All you do is shifting money. It's like Call of Duty sold now. That's all money now. Okay, good job. So you fooled the people. Good job. We know the truth. We know your console's not selling. We see it. We don't need the lies. And it's like, well, we didn't have first party. We know. So quality is the utmost important. Quality content. And that's where Microsoft has not delivered in that, and they used to. But, and that's what it says. You just want to throw your app store amongst another app store and see if you can make a buck. It's like a casino in every corner. And that's what they're trying to be. Like this dirty ass casino on every corner. Like, oh, just come in here and just give us some quarters. But anyway, there's my rant on all that stuff. But I just think it's like, quality games, man. Quality splits. That's what it's about. And, hopefully on Wednesday.
Stop! Enough!
Oh, my goodness. Stop enough. But I hope we hear this.
Enough from me. We're going to have the games to our talking.
And that's what I want to hear. But, Frogs, I want to thank you again. Awesome show. Definitely got through all the topics on there. I want to thank all the gaming grinders for coming through tonight on the Gaming Grindhouse. We got through all the topics. I may do a little bit of that Xbox 720 thing later in the week, but we have games to cover this week, and I definitely want to go play more of my Fantasy Blue, whatever it is, Fantasy Blues. Well, anyway, but definitely try that out, and some Tekken. Persona 3 on Friday. Oh my goodness, these games are coming out, man. Yeah, hopefully it's a great show, man. We'll be covering it here, so keep it locked here. Hit that subscribe button. Join if you're new. Hit that subscribe if you're new here. I got shorts coming out, video shorts of some of the clips of the show. Streams. That was a great stream last night. I had a lot of fun having everybody in there. So hit that like button, share it out, and subscribe to the Gaming Grindhouse. And with that, we talked a lot about him tonight, and he seems to be clapping in the streets. I can hear him in the distance. Oh man, let's hear. Here he comes, everybody. Hit a like for that booty drop. Thank you again, grinders. We out. Oh man, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
You just made the list.
Hey, thank you again, everybody. Hit that like button on your way out. See ya. Good night.
Cool. This coffee smells like shit.
It is shit, Austin.